Do it.
Hmm?
Do it.
You're muted.
I said let's do it, but my voice was betrayed me.
Let's do it. What happened last week? Last session?
Well, we talked to Uncannibal about his emotional love, his hiding of his emotions, how his emotions are okay. We did a lot with Uncannibal and his psyche. You know, he's got a whole thing for Crosstail. They had a trepidatious childhood, partially caused by James, who we already murdered for him, so he's good there. But really hoping that the walls will be able to come down between those guys, and that they'll be able to, you know, assuming that Crosstail is even into that, because also Crosstail seems a bit like adult. So, but you know what? Analembo's a small place. People coming in from Naglamund. The guy who lost his husband on the way out to Bread, he's probably still single. Likely at that point where he's getting over the grieving period, and maybe he'd make the right kind of, you know, guy for Uncannibal. Somebody who's not embarrassed to be out in the street buying bread with her husband. You know? That sounds actually like the dream. But anyways, Uncannibal and Crosstail, trying to figure out that whole situation. Asanda, he's losing his mind, but he's only slightly older than Chance. Shocking. Chance, double agent, surprise to no one. Probably a quadruple, pentuple agent, really, at any given point.
There's only one person that you know that Chance is loyal to. That's himself.
If even, you know,
I
like
will
if
make Chance my friend if it's the last thing I do.
it's admirable. Speaking of Audra, got a dragon engraved into a diamond. Very cool. Had to give the merchant doing so, tinkerer, I don't know, some guidance so that they did a good job at that, which is pretty excellent. You know, I just can't imagine how intimidating it would be for somebody to be like, "Hey, draw a dragon," and you're like, "A what? A who? A what do you want from me?" Oh, it's like a snake head with like bird wings and like what? And anyways, let me see. So yeah, Astanda's, Uncannibals issues, Chance's issues, Audra moving up in the world, Solas not going to be emotionally vulnerable with Tion. They're thinking that Tion losing his position is actually an okay thing. Arazid expressing some jealousy, but getting over it because Arazid's the best. Going over to Osika's house, bath full of pillows, and then a bug attack. Did I miss anything? Probably. Did I?
That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty concise, I think. Anyone else have anything to add? Awesome.
I mean, I'm not sure how this combat's gonna work, but we're all, half of us are very sneaky and half of us are being attacked.
Yes.
Oh, also farming crystals potentially to help power on a limbo. Oh, and I wanted to figure out what those 3 Gemve boats, what was different about them. That they still had crystals that were working, that weren't destroyed. And I was wondering why.
We were gonna sneak off and do that, but then...
Yes. And then the bug attack. The bug attack was super interesting. You're like, what?
I've been thinking about this for a while, but like, I was thinking about Squad, and I was like, maybe the best fate for her is to use the Sands of Time School and make her old.
Oh man. So
That's
maybe
a fate worse than death.
that, I guess so. And I was thinking also a fate worse than death would be what Henry was proposing, where Chance seduces her.
Oh no.
Can you imagine? Oh, what a power couple. Oh.
Well, with that, I believe Chance and Inqua look down and find a large purplish beetle that has just attempted to bite them but failed and falls off of their leg. Solas, however, screams in pain as it sinks its claws into Solas's leg.
Can I run over and do like a medicine check to see how easy it would be to remove this sort of bug?
Sure.
Okie
Solas,
medicine.
would you stay fairly still during this period?
He would try his best.
Would you like me? Would you like to roll me a Constitution saving throw to try your best at this?
Sure.
Oh Jesus.
You try your best and you succeed pretty well with a 24. Okay.
Can the sneak crew see what's going on from the outside?
Yes.
Is it like portal windows?
Through the windows, you can see Inqua running over to Solas in the bath, looking quite perturbed.
But it's not close enough to see the beetles.
No. And Chance does what exactly?
As soon as something tries to bite him, he goes as far up as he can into the air.
Okay. I see. He is going to hug the ceiling.
You stab them, please.
Well, not hug the ceiling, but, you know, his head's, like, close to the ceiling as he kind of looks down to assess the situation. How many bugs are there? He doesn't want to get surprised by one sneaking up on him. Unless they're about to reveal that they have wings, in which case this entire place is getting burned down.
We're going to deal with this one at a time. So, Inqua was the first to react. He runs over to Solas, does a medicine check to ascertain what exactly. How to get the bug off of him.
Yeah.
You see that it seems to have its mandibles clutching onto Solas's thigh as a leverage. But it does have its mouth like pretty firmly planted into Solas's flesh. And you can see that there seems to be an exchange of fluids going on at that contact point.
Okay. Guess the best way would be to attempt to surgically remove it. Cut off a little bit of flesh. The mandibles off.
You're able to pretty easily prise everything but its mouth off with just your hands.
Is the mouth like... How is the mouth? Like, is it like... Texture-wise, is it like fleshy or like... chitin?
Yeah, it's more chitinous. It looks very similar to a scorpion's mouth in that it's like it's slitted, kind of like going into the body. So it's not the most secure looking mouth in the world.
Alright, you look at scorpion mouths really quickly. Okay. Does it seem like something I could just like kind of like pull off? Like, it seems that the scorpion's mouth is like... There's a lot of different scorpion mouths. I don't know which one I'm looking at.
I was thinking of like an emperor scorpion type mouth.
Thank you. I don't know what that looks like. Oh, they're scary and big.
They are kind of scary. They are the biggest scorpion type to exist.
Yeah, they do look pretty big.
While Inqua it seems to be just holding this thing away from Solas, he would kind of look down, like Okay, I'm going to try something. Potentially that might not work.
Try burning it.
Not quite. It's going to look down as just simply says a single word, detach, as he casts command.
Oh, you have command. That's so clutch.
Wisdom save, please.
So, in order to cast that spell, the recipient needs to understand the language that is the command is given in. Any creature with an intelligence of less than 7 will not be able to understand any language.
Amazing. Well, this is worth a shot.
Like, I'm just
Well,
gonna put that out there.
I feel like a bug should be able to understand the body language of.
I decided to random roll it. It is not able to understand the language and therefore does not detach based on your command, but does detach under Inqua's ministrations.
Nice.
Ow, that stung.
Should we just kill them, or? I guess so.
Sure. I haven't got, where did I put my sword? Ouch.
In the meantime, the Pass Without Trace gang have been able to see everything that's going on.
So we can see the beetle once it's been like removed.
Yes.
Would I know anything about this type of beetle? Is it native to this region? Could I do maybe like a survival check to see how it got in?
A nature check would be more ideal.
Okay. But I suck at nature. You'd think I'd be good at it.
You're like, yeah, that's a beetle. I remember beetles.
Yeah, it looks like an angry beetle.
They kind of suck, but I don't remember of any beetles staying on like someone's thigh for this long. Wow.
Wait a second. I know a beetle that's stuck around a guy forever. Could I assist with a second nature check?
Yes, whisper stuff in my ear about this beetle.
Yeah, his name was Jem, and he loved shiny things, like almost as much as I do. Maybe this is like a Jem cousin.
This doesn't look like any particular beetle you have seen before. Possibly it looks like one that you've read of in a book a long time ago. A beetle called a shakat beetle.
Could you spell that for me? And do I know any information about this beetle? Does like the latching on and potentially like it looks like maybe it injected something thing ring a bell?
What you recall reading about them is like a passing passage in one of the mini books you read as a kid. You recall them like vaguely being used in the immediate aftermath of the apocalypse, of the calamity, I should say, to help control the magicians that caused the apocalypse.
This thing? I am going to guiding bolt it.
Through a window pane?
There's glass. I assumed because of the climate we'd be dealing with like an open porthole or like shutters or something.
It's like it's like an iron lattice with like some drops of glass thrown in the mix.
Yeah.
Can I use like my
Osika
to, like,
fancy.
just, like, open it? Does it open or is it like solid?
It doesn't open from the outside, no.
Okay.
And she's secure.
Can I?
Sorry, go.
Okay. I kind of want to do it from the front, but I won't.
There are like 2 other beetles that are like scuttling on the floor trying to find another target after they were unsuccessful in ambushing Inqua and Chance. So there is
Okay,
one that
so-
is currently heading right for Onkarabil, and Osaka
Okay.
is like running over to Onkarabil and like trying to lift his body up and just being like, "You will not get him!" Who?
In that case, I am going to straight up like wild shape into one of my starry forms. I'm gonna go into Archer. And I'm still like hidden technically, and I'm gonna go to the front door and start shooting these guys up.
Okay.
That's my solution. 'Cause...
And
no, thank you.
so meanwhile, Inqua has prized off the bug that was on Solas, and Chance is floating far enough away from the ground so that they can't get to him. And what does he do next?
As soon as he starts seeing them, like on stone, so he doesn't burn anything, just gonna start firebolting them to try and kill these things.
Fair.
Yeah, and I will signal to Ollie if they care to listen. That's what I'm doing. It's like I go into like an archer form, like a constellation of like a huntress goes over my form, and I start powing off.
I'm imagining that Audra just went through a goddamn Sailor Moon transformation
Yes, it is
before
like a-
Ollie's eyes. Like, what? And
It's way cooler than the dragon one.
I think Ollie will be in awe for mere moments and then go, "Whoa, we're doing something!" And then Ollie will bust through the door into Osika's and realizing, and like Ollie knows that like there was some stomping and some extraction going on.
Yeah.
And Ollie's just gonna, go in there with her Windwalker boots and start busting up beetles, just stomping beetles.
All right.
And you are successfully hidden, so if you want to do some cool rogue shit in your first turn.
I would like some attack rolls for Audra's archer shape and
Yes.
for Chance's murder hobo shape.
I can do 2 things on my turn because my archer arrow is a bonus action. Can I also okay, I'm gonna guiding bolt 1 and archer arrow another.
Okay.
All right. Do you just on like one roll or?
So you essentially get like a free attack action, so it depends on how much your attack action is.
All right, it's just one action, so
Great.
yeah, that goes a bit wide.
I would say that like the one that Audra is about to hit with guiding bolt is probably going to be the one that you're aiming at, so you could, which would probably give you advantage depending on what she rolls. She hits.
Rolled a lot. What? And I also rolled my arrow.
Yeah. Chance is a bit shaken because he was warned about this, and now he's like, ah, shit.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Oh, I need to roll
Audra,
damage.
just roll me damage.
For some reason, it's not letting me roll damage from the character sheet. Like when I click on it, it just does the attack. I'll have to figure that out later.
If you click the
If I click what?
click the name of it in the
Oh,
in
that's
like
what
where
I
it
was
rolled.
doing.
Okay. Weird.
No, you're right. Okay, so that's my archer arrow.
I tried to click on Archer Arrow at the same time as you did for damage, and I'm glad that we rolled the same amount of damage.
But yeah, a lot. That's a lot to both.
Well, Chance is so startled that his firebolt ends up just like setting some camembert alight. So the room smells like delicious baking cheese and burning chelicerae. As the holy fire damage that Audra's archer shape just bursts in with, just immediately immolates 2 of the beetles to death. The third one is writhing about in Inqua's grip.
This is the last one, right?
Yes.
I do like an arcana to see if like these are magical in any way, or
Go for it.
sure. magical or if I know anything about these.
You're not familiar with the name that Audra would know of. The name that you think of these beetles of is a much more convoluted scientific name, which essentially means sucker of life beetle. They are a very interesting morph of a traditional burrowing beetle that instead of burrowing into the ground, it likes to burrow into humanoid flesh and plant its larvae within the flesh.
Huh.
Okay.
Solas, you begin to notice the skin
Oh no.
around the bite moving.
Ah, jeez.
Question.
You're not entirely sure it's not your imagination.
Okay, so just one question.
Yes.
Would this count as a disease?
No.
Mechanically, okay.
Oh,
Just double check.
mechanically, I'll double check.
That is because it is very important.
Oh, so you have levels in paladin or something, don't you?
I can't really give you like the specific answer.
Okay.
It would be a bit metagamey for me to say yes, this is mechanically treated as a disease.
Okay, well, even if it is, if it's not, then it's fine. If it is, then I'm immune. So,
Aha.
yeah.
Right. It is not counted as that type of disease.
Okay. Cool.
It ain't no common cold.
Parasite-borne illness.
If you were to be looking down at your wounds now, and attempting to call upon your holy powers for help, you would find yourself feeling having a bit more trouble accessing that part of yourself.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to kill these bitches.
You have 3 spell slots fewer than you would ordinarily have.
This is a problem. Capital
Starting with the
P.
highest level.
Okay, so all my level 2s are gone.
Yippee!
That's fine, I have 6
Okay.
level 1s, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can always.
Okay, I can fix you.
We could always do more surgery if needed.
So while flying in the air, Chance kind of looks down. A gift from Sklod, from what I'm told. We should burn it out.
Apparently
could
they do
work.
something bad to magicians. I don't know.
Says the
Nobody
archer.
magical get close to these things.
Maybe we should extract them and raise them.
Huh?
No. No.
Okay.
Can I see if?
Absolutely not.
Can I see if the if this sort of like, I guess what you call, like I could assume you could see it through Solas' skin.
If you were to look very closely around the wounds, you could see like something shivering and going close, like further into Solas's body, originating from the wound, and he would be able to describe the pain and sensation he's feeling around that.
Okay. Can I see if if I put like heat in front of it, I don't want to say fire, but fire, I'm gonna light Solas on fire, so
I can
Just to-
Already on fire.
just to see if the insect is kind of deterred from moving forward.
It might move deeper, dude.
It might, but it's either heat or coldness.
Wait. What if we electrocute them to death, right? And Ollie's gonna grab the breath of air from inside her pack and just hand it to Solas and just be like, just hit it! And then it'll shock you and the electricity will go through you and it'll smoke them.
Yes, that could
death.
work.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm feeling a lot hardier these days. And he just literally, full fist smacks the top of it.
Really? And we're all standing around you?
Maybe you should.
I would like
You should have
to
thought
know
of
I'm
that.
at least 30 feet away.
I know that. I assume Chance would probably be about like more than 10 feet away because he doesn't like people getting close to him as a rule.
He's still in the air, so
he's
however
still in the ceiling.
tall.
Like he's
This
in the
place
air,
is-
but he also didn't choose to sit near Solas. Because I believe Solas
No.
was in the hot tub, but Chance chose to sit in the pillow pit.
Hmm.
So Chance wouldn't be affected by any hypothetical chain reactions, but I'm imagining that Solas, Inqua, Ollie, Arazid, and Audra would all be within 10 feet of Solas.
No, I'm at a distance because I'm casting distance spells.
Right.
And I know these things are bad news for
DC 0.
magicians, so I'm kind of scared of these things.
Yeah, so just to let you know, if you are within 10 feet, you also have a +4 saves.
I'm
Okay.
imagining it's like kind of like this then. There's like people around Solas.
Ooh.
So
24 plus 4, 28.
yeah, I'm gonna need some con saves from everyone that would be within 10 feet of Solas, and that includes Solas. The DC is 15, I believe.
That's fine.
I'm used to it by now. The amount of times I've gotten little shocks from this thing.
Thankfully, you are all able to pass the check, so you'll just get 6 points of thunder damage.
Ooh.
You're not entirely sure what happened there.
Wait, did the larvae pass?
It wouldn't appear that they have. But you can do a medicine check to determine more accurately.
Well, I can't.
I'll do that. Boink.
You diagnose this man as too delicious to be given up that easily.
Oh.
Okay.
Definitely still in there.
And like
Let me know when
I'm
it's, like-
imagining that like Solas's hair is like standing a little bit on end, like one of those like Looney Tunes cartoons where a bomb like blows up in someone's face.
Sort
Could-
of.
I mean, a couple people have done medicine checks. So do we understand the nature of this thing? We understand what happened. It's been communicated to everyone that there's like larvae in his leg.
At this point, Cannibal is awake and he is like clinging onto Osaka's face.
Oh no.
And you could. I just want to establish that there is a background like low-level screaming. Like he is just like. And
Horror.
Osaka is like, I will protect you. And
Wait.
they're kind of like standing up on like the highest like chair that they can.
Yeah. Let me know when it comes back around to my turn, because I will unleash more arrows on the one that's still out.
Yeah, because
gosh.
Inqua did not kill it.
Nope.
Uh,
So as soon as
actually-
basically I have the soonest available opportunity, I would hit it. But
though it would have, if Inqua hadn't killed it, it would classify itself as a being worthy of a constitution roll for the Thunderwave and would fail. And that damage would be enough to kill it.
so these things die pretty easy.
It would seem that way. All 3 beetles that anyone can see are now burnt to a crisp, or
Okay.
otherwise seem deceased.
Are these like okay? If it's not a disease, can I do some kind of Arcana check? Would this be like a magical effect, possibly, that is happening?
Do you want to team up with the other doctor of the group to determine that together?
Like it, yeah, I would be
Yeah.
more willing to do that. Would it be, like, I guess my question is, are these sort of, you said that they're kind of synthetically made? Or kind of, mutated?
I mean,
They're
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that
they're
just a morph,
mutation.
so they're just, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, morph mutation, same thing.
And I would explain what I know about them. I know that they're very, very bad for magicians, and I would like to, So this is obviously a new friend, but I'm staying 30 feet away at all times from the larvae.
The Brain Trust can attempt to put their heads together as best they can, with one member staying 30 feet away.
Okay, I mean, I have I can dispel if it's a magical effect. I can dispel it, or if
Well, it's not magic. It's alive.
it's doing something. Things that are alive can do magic.
Well, clearly, I think just the best thing to do is just to, no offense, but cut your leg open and just take it out.
Oh,
No offense, but cut your leg open.
that sounds so unnecessary.
It's the best. Do you have a better idea? Oh wait, hold on.
I'm out of second level spell slots.
Hold on. I want to just read a bell.
Chant is gonna start just being on lookout from above for any more of these things.
Sure.
Can I cast lesser? Can I cast lesser restoration on Solas?
Okay. Chance,
That help?
please give me a perception check. Inqua,
with this-
you may cast that spell.
Okay.
Would this be using my
Sight,
eyes?
Yes.
Sight, yes. 29.
Damn.
You finally see everyone but me because I rolled a 30 on that stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I came out of hiding.
You spot the shadow of an afro and stylish clothing fleeing from the house from one of the
Point them
holes
out,
in the
point them out.
windows.
My guiding bolt goes so far. Point them out.
Chance is going to start dashing towards them, through the air and everything. I'm pretty sure I see the culprit. I'm going after them.
Okay.
As
you know
he
what?
as he just starts going.
Alright, have fun.
Chance is going at full speed as well, so it's 80 feet of movement through the air.
Imagining my headcanon to begin with for Chance here is that he's he may not be stuck to the ceiling, but he's certainly high up enough that when he begins sprinting, he begins running on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And just kind of does a 180 flip like it's no one's business. As he reaches the end of the ceiling, basically. Is that about accurate?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And with lesser restoration, there's a couple of growing sores near Solas's leg.
What the?
And as
Daddy
lesser
horror.
restoration is cast upon him, his thigh begins to scream very quietly in 3 separate voices. And if you were to massage the area, eventually 3 dead larvae would present themselves.
At least we know how to deal with this now, but disgusting.
That's actually quite
Nice.
good. It's actually quite good to know. If I can probably deal with it easily. Anyway, Solas kind of
You won't
crouches down.
You won't regain them until your next long
Yeah,
rest, but you
that's
are
fine.
no longer restricted spell slot wise.
Yeah, so Solas is gonna crouch down a bit and sort of place his hands just next to where they infiltrated his body, and you see a mark kind of flare up on the back of his hand. As I'm going to use 6 points of lay on hands on myself to heal.
Alright.
Oops. Okay.
You still got. Oh no, you said you healed yourself, right?
Yeah.
Chance is going to sprint past everyone else and is going to go after the shape that he saw.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
going to, once I see that Celeste is okay, I'm just going to sprint after Chance. I'm
Yeah.
mad and I'm already wild shaped to kill.
And do I also notice that Chance is on the move?
It would be hard
Chance
to not
yelled
notice.
out that. Well, Chance also yelled out that he's seen somebody and he's going after them, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part. I thought he just whipped out of the window like Superman. All right.
That is the kind of chancey move, so I feel you.
Ollie is in a race against Audra. Who can catch up?
So Solas is going to get dressed.
Yeah, because this whole time he's been in assumedly just a pair of like burnt orange silk boxer shorts.
So, something like that.
That's what I imagine his swimming costume is.
That's the look.
Okay.
So how do we want to do this? Is Chance just gonna eventually catch up because he has better movement?
Yes. Most people don't have as good movement as Chance. Chance will catch up to the figure as they're kind of rounding this edge of the corner. And about 20 seconds later, Ollie and Audra will catch up, as well as any other party members that wish to follow suit.
Yeah, as soon as I'm within 30-ish feet, I'm just going to let loose another guiding bolt.
Ollie is panting like a dog in a car.
What does Chance do? Is he just like caught up, or can he tackle this person to the ground and restrain them?
Yeah, he can do like a little bit of interaction before Audra would be able to get in line of sight. So you could do a grapple against who ends up being Calfani.
So it's an 18.
You succeed in grappling Calfani. I demand you let me go at once. What is the meaning of this? You know, if you wanted to talk more, you could have just asked for my address and sent me a letter like a normal person.
I saw you leave the house. Don't play dumb.
I'm not playing. And I believe at this time the guiding bolt will pop off, and that will be with advantage, as Calfani is currently grappled.
Instead of the guiding bolt, I'm going to still hit him with an arrow, but I would like to cast Detect Thoughts. But I'm going to try to use the arrow to cover it, to make it look like I'm just attacking.
Okay. Love it, love it. Please link the appropriate things in the chat.
Yes, I will do the arrow first. See if that hits.
That does hit.
Great. And actually I can once per day, without using a spell slot, do Detect Thoughts without any components. So it just happens, and no one can tell that I've done it. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong one. Where's Detect Thoughts? I didn't put it in my thing. How could I not have done that? That is my bad. Oh, here it is.
No comp.
I actually need to do it that way because I don't have any second level spell slots left.
I feel you.
So that's 9 radiant damage, and I hear their surface thoughts immediately, which can be driven by the conversation.
Okay, so we're not doing the variation that needs the wisdom saving throw. So there's
I'm not delving
text.
deeper yet.
Right.
I will let you know if I delve deeper, but I'm just getting their surface thoughts right now.
Surface thoughts of the creature, right. The surface thoughts of Calfani is essentially panic, get away, will be hurt, panic.
I'll immediately dive deeper if that's not super helpful to me.
Understandable. And his wisdom roll is a 19. I'm assuming that beats your DC.
It does beat my DC. So, wait, hold on.
At this point,
Okay.
he would know that you're attempting to probe into his mind.
No, if he succeeds, the spell ends immediately. I should have used my cosmic omen, but I didn't, so that's fine.
If it succeeds, the spell ends. Either way, the target knows you're probing into its mind. Is the next sentence. So he would know.
Chance is going to look towards Ollie. Restrain this fool.
With With my hair?
You have rope on you, don't you?
Yeah.
Gonna break free. Yeah.
Exactly. So Ollie
Look,
takes
you
out
using
her.
that rope is going to be torture enough for most people.
Ollie takes out her silky, many-colored, beautifully braided and woven hair rope that everybody hates.
It's a little
And
bit
wrap-
singed by now. It's like a little dirty and blackened
It's-
from soot.
It's been through some stuff, but it's
Yeah.
bouncing back. It's
It's
coming
just
back like a
flavor.
shampoo commercial, you know? And and then Ollie, really well versed in restraining people, something that she does often. Would that be a sleight of hand to see if I can even manage that?
It would be a sleight of hand with advantage, as again Chance is still grappling him.
Okay, all right.
And
Well,
he
hey.
also seems a little bit distracted with like staring at Audra. With,
Oh,
like, a
Ollie
real
doesn't
feeling of being
quite.
violated.
Oh, Ollie doesn't quite know what she's doing with this rope, but I don't know. She's got 50 feet and room to be creative. So, yeah, she, wraps it around the wrist a couple times, ties a little cinch and hitch, thinking, oh, that might, you might be able to get that with the fingers. So she does a little loop to daisy. It's actually quite a lovely bow. And then, trailing that down, makes kind of like a harness that restricts your shoulders back, and then going down there, a little bit of a butt, just to make it so he can't poop. If he's like, take me to the bathroom, nope, not an option. We gotta start from scratch. And then, ties them up around the ankles, and then, she's got enough fashion in her coat to gag him if need be, and we'll just keep that in the back pocket for now.
Okay.
I think I've restrained him.
Between the three of you, you have managed to stop him, restrain him, and understand a basic level of what he is doing here.
Chance is gonna slam him against the wall that they're beside.
Yeah.
As he kind of cracks his knuckles a bit. Look, I have pretty good idea that you're working for Squad, so you can either fess up or this gets ugly.
Who?
Chance is gonna punch him square in the face.
Okay, please roll me an unarmed attack roll with advantage.
I'm guessing your 25
Unsurprisingly, it
hits.
hits.
Chance is going for non-lethal
Fair.
here, for 7.
You smack him in the face and you dislodge one of his several brass teeth. Oh. Thanks
In
for
his
the
head. Oh Jesus!
Go for it, Sarah.
I was gonna say, in his head, he hears, "Tell us what you know, and I can make this stop." And because he's looking straight at me, he can tell that my mouth is not moving.
Yeah. Yeah, he can definitely tell by now that, you're trying to do something with his brainy wainy. You will not, he can't tell to what extent you were successful, but you definitely, with, the surface level impressions that you're getting from him, he's annoyed, he is fearful, he is confused. But I think that'll be the last impressions you get before the spell ends, since he did make his save.
Chance is gonna lean in. Well, if you don't know that name, then who gave you the Beatles?
What Beatles? I was delivering a meal to Umoja.
Who's Emoji again? Is that the...
He's the dragon guy.
Yeah.
The cultural
Then
chief.
you're in the wrong house. Why were you in... What's her name again? Sorry.
Asuka.
Why were you in Asuka's house then if you were going to that one? He just points behind him. To Emoja's place.
feel like this might be slightly useful for you guys.
That helps immensely.
Yes, thank you.
Also, not forgetting and spelling Osaka's name in my notes again.
Okay, so Chance, I mean, that Emoji's house is like right next door. I'm devil's advocate.
I seen them exit through the window.
You saw no such thing. You may have seen me pass by the window, because I had to pass by the window.
I'm checked.
Vibe check.
Objection.
Vibe check.
Yeah. And say, Chance is gonna look towards Ollie. Could you go check Emojis to see if a meal was dropped off?
Ooh, actually, that is a great plan. Okay. First, let's look around and see, make sure that there's no witnesses to what is about to happen next. Chance, could you, do you think anybody can see us right now?
Other than this asshole, Chance is gonna take a quick look around and see if there's any other prying eyes.
Takes one to know one, he blurts out through half a mouth of blood.
Just shut up. Just shut up. You pretty. But shut
Chance is gonna lean in and just almost whisper into his ear. And it's like, if you want to survive this, I would advise you to tell the truth and to not insult me, because yeah, you might live, but you're gonna leave less of a man, if you get what I'm saying.
Please roll me an intimidation check there, Chance. And Audra, you wanted to roll insight on him.
I already rolled it. It was only a 14.
Oh, whoops.
So, depends on how good his deception is.
Is there a particular thing you're trying to ascertain with that insight roll?
When he said he was there to deliver a meal for somebody else, basically I'm like, is that actually what he is here to do?
Anyone want to help me with the intimidation?
Well,
seems to
first
be
off,
telling the truth.
does he have the food?
So, Ollie would be leaving to go and visit Emoja's huts. Is that right?
But first, I just want to inspect. Is there any food, like, that maybe it got like dropped in the struggle or anything? Like, was he actually carrying some food?
There's no food that you can see anywhere around you, but he said he had just dropped it off. So that's
okay.
not unusual to see.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought he was on his way there. Okay. All right. I guess I'll have to go check for myself. And before the eyes of Kalfani, Ollie will change her visage, her face, to match his own. She's gonna, have to stretch up a little bit taller, a little more muscly than she normally is.
Wicked
And
cool.
her hair, her beautiful long blue hair will coalesce into a bumpin', fuzzy afro of wonder. And yeah, she's gonna look like Kalfani. And Ollie will then
really insulted by this.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Ollie's
wow.
gonna go, I'm just gonna check. See what Emoja has to say.
But the clothes didn't change. That'd be funny as fuck. I'm sorry. That's-
Oh yeah.
Clothes
But that's
do not
also
change.
that's also the cloak of many fashions. Sorry. And I was thinking about, like, that's why I asked Chance to like look around, because I was thinking about stripping him down, but then I'm like, you know what? I got a cloak of many fashions. I can make it work.
Because I was thinking, I default picture Ollie in her Britney blouse.
Yeah.
So, regardless of what, form she's in, I always imagine her in a Britney blouse. So you're gonna have to specify it's that if that's not the case.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I'm specifying here.
Okay.
Ollie has the cloak of many fashions on. And do you think Ollie is wearing a similar color scheme to what our boy would normally wear?
Yeah.
God, no. Ollie's
okay.
wearing the most Anna Lembes, little gembes printed on them, little people being like happy molding sand, pajamas. And Ollie's headed over to Emoja's house for a nighty-night story.
And as Olfani is moving away, Solas and anyone else catch up with the rest.
Yep. So it takes about a little more than 6 minutes to get everything on for the armor.
Yeah. So it'll take a little while. So I'll quickly wrap up Ollie's little side quest in the meantime then. So she goes and knocks on Emoja's door.
Umoja! Umoja, it's me, it's Kalfani.
He eventually answers, and he has got like the second that he opens the door, he's got like a little bit of like rice stuck to the scales just below his mouth. Yes. What do you want? Did you forget dessert?
I did. And I was wondering, would you tell me one of the stories you used to tell me when I was a young boy? I was just, about to go to sleep. I wanted to get some shut-eye early, big day tomorrow. But I just couldn't. And I thought, well, I just came over to drop off dinner for Umoja. He'd probably love to see me and tell me a story from my boyhood while he eats the rice.
Another one? You already asked me to tell you the story of the dying sun today.
I know, but I feel like a kid again. I just want to hear it twice.
Which story would you like? The story of the boy who cried Bahia?
Oh, the story of the... I wanted to hear, if you could, the one with the bugs. The scary bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah. It was after... you just tell me from the start.
Since when did you find bugs scary?
Well, no, I mean, because the bugs were scary. To other people, not to me. I love bugs.
Are you okay, Kalfani?
Yes, are you okay? I must admit, I do worry about you more about these days.
You worry about me and I worry about you. I am eating my dinner. Why don't you come back? In about 20 minutes. Maybe bring some chocolate pudding with you. And I will tell you many stories.
Okay, great. Okay, I will grab you some chocolate pudding. Thank you so much, Umoja.
Sure. And the door shuts behind him. And this is when Solas and Arazid and Inqua, if they also want to follow, will catch up to the others and see Chance holding someone that you know moderately well in a half Nelson. Chance looks quite proud of himself. But when isn't he?
This bastard is the one who released those things.
If by these things you mean a balanced and nutritious meal, then yes, that's what I released. Now release me, unless eating healthy is now a crime.
Just to be sure, I'd like to use... I'm going to upcast Detect Thoughts. I'll use a 3rd level spell slot to try again.
Ooh.
And this time I will use my Cosmic Omen on him for the saving throw.
Okay, what does that change?
Subtracts a d6.
Ooh. So whatever he rolls for his saving throw, he rolls 2 fewer.
Exactly, it's -2.
So he rolls a 9.
Need it. Okay. So yeah, I get insight into their reasoning, if any, emotional state, and something that looms large over its mind. I specifically want to see if I can figure out if they were responsible for the beetle incident or if they are just actually an innocent passerby.
What you hear when you upcast it and use your omen on it is, keep your cool, Funny, you're almost there. Your alibi is working out well. This guy may have you in a headlock, but he's not a monster, he's just an idiot. He's probably gonna have been bit by one of those beetles, so if you need to, you can fight your way through. Oh shit. That one is staring at me again. Are they hearing me?
He hears in his head, I know what you did, and then I make eye contact with Solas, and I say he did it.
In which case he screams, "She's a witch!"
Very open about that information with my friends. Yes, I'm a witch.
Solas casually approaches. That is of no worry to Oslot, I can assure you. Fortunately for you, it's a little too late to be screaming, so please, keep your voice down. We won't want to disturb neighbours. Either way, why did you run, if you didn't do it?
Wouldn't you run if that psycho was chasing you? You know, my arm is starting to get quite hurt.
Chance is going to put more pressure on it.
Yeah.
As he smiles.
I get your point.
Look,
You're a very strong big boy now. Could you please let me go?
Who asked you to do this? I say in his head, still concentrating on detect thoughts.
Very briefly, a name pops up through his mind. The name is Marius. The name is...
I say out loud, Marius, huh?
The name is
this
strongly
somebody that-
associated with a pile of gold.
Is this somebody that we know?
sounds familiar.
Roll a history check.
So I get the feeling this is... Yeah.
Anyone can do it, as Audra said the name out loud.
Can I do it, or is this not a person I would know?
You can try. Look, let me put it this way. I set the DC for each character based on it, whether or not they're going to know them.
Well, as a party, we roughly know.
You are
Just a
very
guy.
average today.
I know Marcus the pig. Or Marco.
Yeah, Marco.
I get the feeling this is somebody that I should know. Wait, Marius. Marius. Is that not one of the guards?
There is there's Keisu and Haruka, and then Sisifu is one of the guards at Tion's palace, and then the guy who was like following around.
One of Henry's guards. No. Wait.
You
No.
may be thinking
Victor?
of
Arazid's
Aaron?
gonna try a different strategy.
Yes, that's the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Because I knew there was like an M named that Casey
Blue
talked
Rock.
to shortly after.
So
Oh.
I'm missing some of my notes right now, but that spice trader that was mentioned, that Grovian spice trader that was mentioned, that guy wasn't named Marius, was it?
Roving Spice Trader. Is that, Shiny?
No,
Okay.
it's not Shiny. Because Shiny's... I don't think Shiny deals
They were
in
just
spice.
mentioned by the tavern keeper when we were having our stew. So I was like, I don't know if that's the name. I don't have that section of my notes on me for some reason.
Aha. Oh, okay. Well, I'm seeing 5 history rolls and 6 characters here, so Ollie, do you want to give it a go as well?
I mean, am I coming? I wasn't sure if I was like back at the point where I could go in and be like, Mario. I'll give it a whirl. Can I have advantage because everybody's putting their heads together?
No.
Damn it. Come on, hot dice. Oh, better than the rest. 16.
In your time, rolling up some of the lovely sticky amaba bread at Asanda's, you briefly remember hearing the name Marius as a trader. And it was a name that Zhao Dao was discussing as the person who brought him to this city.
Oh my gosh, another Zhao Dao callback. Another... By Zhao Dao and Asanda's. Oh my gosh, yeah. Marius, he's the guy who sent Zhao Dao here. Everybody remember Zhao Dao?
Oh,
Who?
Audra's like, who?
Have I met this person?
No.
No.
Not to
I
your
didn't think
knowledge.
so. No, I was asking like that in character. I was asking Ollie that.
Yeah.
Ollie says no.
Okay. Where do you remember where they're at, or where we can go to deal with this person?
I mean, assuming they're a trader, they're probably in the camp outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep pressing on the detect thoughts and say where are they?
Wait, guys, I was just over at Emoja's. He's totally innocent.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm in his head right now.
No, you're
What?
not.
And
She's
No, I
lying.
was
She's
ju-
a witch.
Wow. Come on,
Look,
that's
buddy.
a little bit much.
Out of
either
the
I'm a
new
witch
person
and I
that
can
I
thoughts or I'm lying.
yeah, out of the new person that I just met and the person that I've been traveling with that I don't trust with even one piece of my gold, I'm gonna take the person that I barely met.
Like, you don't trust me? Me, the person that hired you to sabotage Marco's Gembe? Me, the
with
person
that,
that's running the
Chance
front
is going-
office?
Chance
Ollie
is
is
going
connected,
to like
Josh.
reach for his sword, and if nobody's going to do anything, he's just going to go for a kidney.
Wait.
Sounds like there might be some pushback there.
Oh,
Solas is standing right next to Chance for a reason.
Like one hand like around the neck, and then like Chance is like drawing his sword.
whoa, if there's anything I've learned, it's that murder is actually really hard on everybody. So,
Except if that person is trying to hurt Osika, obviously.
of course. Yeah, don't feel that bad about James. Okay, let's just cool down. Let's just cool down for a
Yeah,
second
I mean,
here.
you know, there are a lot worse things we can do to you than kill you. I've read about, oh gosh, there's many bad things. As you said, I'm a witch, so maybe you should just tell me what I want to know, and then you can leave.
Chance lets out a sigh as he sheaths like his half-drawn sword.
With
That, or we could always resort to the fun way of I can eventually get this information out via torture.
Yeah.
Not the
If
first
you
time
don't
I've done
tell
it.
me, I'm gonna have to let Chance do it, and, you know,
with
you may not like
Audra's
that.
first sentence about like the many ways that the party has of getting him to talk, you sense like a very perverse, interested thought from Carfani, which is almost immediately destroyed when it is passed on to Chance's responsibility. You can just hear the quite prominent thought, I don't fuck with twinks.
Right, so he's like into it a little bit, but he doesn't like. Oh god.
Yeah, he's a hardcore masochist, seems like. Anyway.
Audra will just like put her face in her hands for a second, and then like make eye contact with Chance, and then just like look away, blushing deeply.
A Chance can roll an insight check on that if he wants, but I gather, knowing Chance, he probably doesn't care.
No, he's more interested in torturing someone
That's his
for
jam.
information.
I would like
Chance,
an intimidation
just
check
punch him
from
again.
Chance there, please, and that can be with advantage, since it is like a bit of a gang situation right now.
Ew. Intimidation. 18.
Okay, I would like to keep as many teeth in my mouth as possible. What do you want to know?
So we know you did it. We know Marius paid you to do it. We'd like to know where to find Marius.
Marius? He'll be halfway to Grove by now if he's got any sense in him. And he didn't pay me. I paid him.
What did you pay him for?
For the beetles. Look at all of you.
Oh, so you do work for Sklad then?
I don't know who Sklad is.
Then who
after
put you
us?
up to this?
Me. Look, I'm running for office. You are all dangerous and wild individuals that I do not know and I do not trust and who have far too much magic and have brought a whole dangerous, nightmarish floating island to our doorstep. Forgive
Oh,
me
that's
for trying to
specifically me.
control my opponents. Like, so I can win more power in the region. I don't know who the fuck Sklad is, but if they look anything like me, sign me the fuck up.
Okay, just want to clarify a few things here. First thing, that's a really stupid move, because we are going to be leaving shortly, just so you know. With the
I did
island,
not
more
know
than likely.
that.
See, this is why there's this thing called communication. It's very useful.
I don't know if I can communicate with all of you when instead of, like, talking, one of you just puts me in a chokehold and slams me up against the wall and beats out one of my teeth and threatens to beat out the rest of me.
Well, I thought we had
Okay,
another
just saying.
conversation.
you
that
said
we
you
talked
Okay,
about.
okay.
throwing
Bless.
beetles on us.
Okay. That's me specifically.
Yeah.
Because the rest of these people are good people. I'm not. So
They can't be that
you
good if
you
they're
drew the
following
short end
you.
of the
We need to have
stick.
a longer talk about that, Chance, but
Ollie just nods with everything Chance is saying. Yeah, he's trash.
hey, I feel like that may not be, like, the most positive. Okay.
So how are Shane's gonna look to the rest of the group? How are we gonna deal with this? Am I gonna take a nice long walk with this individual and sort
think
this out?
Absolutely not. People are going to
I
know
feel-
if I go missing.
I feel
A little bit
betrayed. I
fair.
think I would rather you take a nice long walk with Kelfani here. Because I thought we were okay. I don't know. I thought we were cool, man.
Ooh, you hurt Arazid.
I mean, worst case scenario, I could easily communicate with Zaventatian and ruin his chances. So,
Oh, that sounds better. That sounds better.
Yeah,
I think
I mean-
destroying his aspirations, because clearly this guy should not be in a leadership position, right? And you know what? We've got the ins. We got the ins with everybody. Oh my gosh. When we go, oh, you know what we should do? Guys, we should pick up some chocolate pudding. We should go to Umoja's house and we should make him tell Umoja what he did.
I'm not sure how willing he'd be to tell, but
I
I'm
mean-
willing to try it. And we can chance taking him on a really long walk, and just like that can be like the backup plan. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I mean, we can hold him here. We can send somebody else to get the chocolate pudding. It's just Umoja really wants his chocolate pudding, and he's old, so we should probably do that. But yeah, I'm thinking some of the best torment would just be Kalfani being made to destroy himself, politically and socially.
And how do you propose?
Well, if we're talking
to
social, we
get
can
him to
also
do
just
that?
go get Asuka.
Oh yeah, let's get Asuka too. Yeah,
Asuka
yeah.
might be more inclined to believe us, and Asuka knows that I'm a witch and didn't seem freaked out by it, which is refreshing.
Chocolate
We
pudding.
can,
for
we can
everyone.
also get Tien as well. Let's just get everybody together so we can
Public humiliation.
really well
Public
and truly
humiliation.
have somebody spill everything and destroy themselves.
Bedtime,
You know what?
story time, bedtime.
Sounds wonderful. And for every lie, we can simply, you have so many teeth. If you don't want them gone, you don't lie.
like where this conversation is headed.
You really shouldn't have messed with us. You know, we could have been friends.
I regret nothing. I did what I did to try and protect my city.
You mean to protect yourself?
I'm not sure I understand the difference, but okay.
So Chance is gonna, he still has his shit-eating smirk. You should have known then to mess with me. You already know what I'm capable of.
Maybe we could come to like a diplomatic compromise.
That's an interesting idea. Wait, oh, no, go.
Like, I guess, just like, hey, this is a misunderstanding. What you do is really shady and horrible. You should deal with the consequences.
Yes.
Like, maybe not execution.
I like this grandpa. Wait,
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I changed my mind to execute and kill him. I'm not a grandfather. I'm not. I'm only like 50.
I was gonna say, you don't look that old, Inqua.
I'm not. Unless if you count comatose years, which then I'm like really old.
Are we? So are we going with?
Yeah,
are we going with
social execution?
Like social and cultural, or are we going? I'm taking his head.
Social and cultural.
Well,
That's my
let's
vote.
see what the social and cultural person says, and then if they don't believe us, even though we're telling the truth, we'll see about that. Does that sound
That's
fair to everyone?
good. Yeah, that's good. Let's get Osika in it, and she might already have chocolate pudding.
Audra, you can just hear Kalfani like thinking, so are they gonna kill me or?
We're gonna kill the most important part of you.
He's
Ego.
thinking that. Yeah, so I guess we start going back towards the house with an unwilling friend in tow.
Yes.
Yeah, Chances we're going to like kind of undo the headlock a bit, but keep like.
It's gonna be really hard for him to walk the way that I tied him up.
Yeah.
So somebody might want to take the head. Somebody might want to take the legs. Make it work.
I mean, Chance can probably carry him on his own.
You did carry that ice devil. Oh wait, I think Sunny did.
Yeah, Sunny did because Chance paid him too.
Ah, yeah.
Because Chance didn't want to because it was a tiny bit too heavy and he would become over encumbered.
You did carry the group. Oh wait, that was all of the other PCs.
Well, let's friends make it light. So Ollie will take the feet if somebody else will take the head, because the head still has teeth that can bite.
And the feet
so that he
have
can
feet
pretend to
that
drop it.
wobble and want to kick you in the head.
No, I've tied them very tightly.
You've tied them. What did you roll again? A 28. Yeah, you rolled them really tightly.
Yeah.
Chance
can
will
try.
kind of
You
hold
can
them
try
up by, and kind of they will bring to Osaka, I guess, is where we're going first.
Yeah.
So you take the hog-tied form of Kalfani back to Osaka's.
Mm-hmm.
And since you were last there, Osaka has let on Carabil down. He seems to have calmed down quite a lot and seems to be like making movements to leave. When the group of you walk in.
We've found the culprit.
Kalfani! I should have known. I'm so disappointed in you.
Ooh. What you gonna say, buddy? You've disappointed Osika. Wow. Must feel bad. Must feel real bad.
Kalfani stares up at Osaka. there is just a really guttural inhaling sound coming from Kalfani, and then a thick, viscous glob of spit and blood is ejected from Kalfani's mouth and falls onto Osika's lovely tile flooring. James.
The biological
sends
warfare.
his regards.
Who?
He really wants to.
James.
Oh.
Man, he really wants to die, doesn't he?
That's dead ass what Chance just asked is who.
Oh,
He wasn't there.
no one.
I don't think he was filled in.
No one important. Don't
Do I still have detect thoughts up? Like, is this actually from James? Like, or has detect thoughts kind of expired?
It's up to 1 minute. I would say that
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
fine.
just about to run out. Like you can get one more use of it out before it runs out.
So I want to know who James is to this person if I can.
So,
I said I want to know who James is, to this person if I can.
James appears to be a very close friend, someone who Kalfani holds quite deeply in his heart. And someone who, like, the most visceral image is that of James just murdered, lying in the street.
Beneath a rock.
And
No one can move.
Kalfani coming across his corpse and just feeling just utter despair and sorrow.
I will use a free action to feel bad for this guy.
Fair play.
That was cute. I'm sorry, that was adorable.
Alright, so what's the punishment gonna be? Oh, sorry. Asuka, do you have chocolate pudding? Apparently we're going to get him to confess his sins in front of all the chiefs. Is what the rest of the people want. Personally, I would have just killed him right then and there, but...
Oh, yes. It is Sunday. Audra has Sundays on Sundays.
Ooh, I love it. Sundays on Sundays.
I do not. But the sphinxes at Tian's can ask for them to be sent over. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, Uncannibal, you busy? You want to come? You want to come and see Kalfani confess all of his crimes in front of everybody? Because, guys, it's gonna be a party.
Do I want to see one of my loathsome rivals get the punishments that he deserves? And perhaps even have the runnings a little bit freer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, you salty bitch. I knew you'd be in. All right. Let's go, guys.
I thought we decided that you were going to accept that. Wait, did we just solve all of our problems by this asshole trying to attack us? Man, I love it when a plan comes together.
It's really nice. It seems like, this, I mean, of course it was, Solas, I'm so sorry about your leg. I can help you more with that later. But,
Oh no, I'm fine now. Don't worry.
Are you sure? Because I can make more good berries.
He feels
No, I
fine.
healed my ass. I held myself up. That's fine.
So, what now? You give that old dragon a chocolate pudding, take me before the other old dragon, and then this pigeon helps decide what death I have?
I mean, personally, I'm for public beheading, if you want to know my opinion.
I think that we are not to... Guys, I don't think that we're the ones to judge what should happen to Kalfani. I think that's why we have to have him speak in front of his peers and community members, and then they can decide the best way for him to pay back what he has done here, right? I think it's up to the people who know him best to know how to torture him the best. We're just doing our thing. All right, so how about we all go over? I'll grab Umoja. You guys get him over to Tion's. Ask the Sphinx if they can figure out the chocolate pudding, and we'll meet there. We'll meet at Tion's house.
All right, I'll drag the asshole with me, and Chance is just going to like start dragging. By like, you know how like somebody who doesn't want to go, like you're like pulling on their shirt,
like a kid,
and like they're just like you're sliding them across, and like they're just like trying to dig in their heels and everything. That's what I'm assuming is going on.
Yes, they're just total limp noodle.
I mean, I might be able to move around of my own volition, but there's this itchy rope around me.
Yeah, that is my personal hell that you're going through. Is itchy changeling hair rope wrapped all around you, and you cannot move.
I feel like that was a bit out of character there. because both Keisu and Chance hate the rope. It's just funny. Okay. So, pudding will be delivered to Umoja. Everyone else is heading to Tian's palace. Am I getting that right?
Correct. And we're bringing...
Yep.
And that is where he will have his trial for the crime that he has committed. And which your evidence is, trust me, bro.
You know, I used to be like a high priestess or something.
Our evidence is 5 people saw a confession. And Asuka believes us.
Okay.
5 people in the same gang. I'm fine.
Right, I've moved Kalfani over to Tian's. And I assume everyone else will be coming along with.
Yas.
Yas.
Ollie's putting in the chocolate pudding order. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of chocolate pudding. Like, think of how much chocolate pudding a normal gathering would require, and then triple it.
Well, yeah, the tribunal eventually arises, and we'll pick it up after a 10-minute break.
Woo!
Dun,
Dun, dun.
You know,
On the Hateful
SVU
Sun,
is like
SVU.
the really like.
No, I have no
Not just
idea. It's
regular
just the
Law
first
and
one that popped in
You
my
want
head.
to do regular Law and Order, because if you want Law and Order SVU them, then
Yeah,
that's
that
a
has
bigger
connotations
issue.
to it, Bailey.
False
Special
people,
Victims
real
Unit for a
cases.
reason.
This is Law and Order. I feel like I'm going a bit into Jeremy Clarkson there, but we'll deal. So all of you end up arriving at the War Chief's home, whose tag I should also alter to just make sure that it's consistent with the other 2. How's that?
Sweet.
It's great.
Oh no, you're all on top of it. That's good. Tian, Umoja, Asuka, awesome. Now we know their names. Tian and Asuka are already seated at the large conference table that you've become familiar with. Asuka is notably sitting in your old seat, Solas. Umoja stumbles in slightly after with a small ceramic cup filled with a frothy looking brown mousse and a tiny little silver spoon.
All right. Thank you for meeting with us this evening. I see we all have our pudding.
It is 9 a.m. What are you doing?
Oh, what? Oh, I thought... Oh, wow. I very much thought this was
How is it
nighttime.
9 a.m.
It is, I may actually have that the wrong way around, but It's,
It probably
I thought it was 1
time I
p.m. a
tried to
couple
Right.
sessions ago, and then I
It was
don't
like
think we did
5.
enough.
It was like
yeah,
5 p.m. when we first went to the social chief's house.
that's right. It is the evening. My apologies. It is past business hours. What are you
Yes.
doing in this place?
Chance is just gonna throw our good friend like to the ground. We have somebody who wishes to confess their crimes.
Tian looks at you expectantly for an awkward amount of time.
Chance like gestures towards the individual on the floor.
At which point Tian like looks down and notices Kalfani for the first time, and you can see there's like a "Oh, you mean him?" Like that. It's not insight worthy. It's like it's a kind of obvious social blunder. That's why he's not the social chief. Ah, Kalfani, you have come back here again. What is it that you wish to confess in front of us now? Kalfani, like, struggles to get up on his knees. Like, he's a bit of a multicolored rope caterpillar right now.
Yes.
And he will look up at the three and go, I tried to protect the city. I bought black market beetles from a trader, and I released them on these party members to try and restrict the damage that they are doing to the city. I did what I did out of love for Onolembo.
Please note that this trader, whose name is escaping me, Marius, is potentially not here anymore to face justice for his crimes, as well as they were released into Asuka's house, and who knows, instead of us, they could have attacked Asuka and what's his name there? The one that is that I can't remember.
Yes.
The unimportant one.
Quite. He is a caring buy.
From what I've been able to determine, sorry to interject, this was a very self-motivated crime in which he was trying to eliminate the competition, and I kind of slide my eyes over towards Cannibal.
Indeed. It would appear that he was trying to stop anyone that is not him from running. Which was on Carabal's statement there.
Which isn't very sportsmanlike. Not fair.
Since when has politics ever been fair?
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, he is going through a lot right now.
I would like to share that drink with you, but I feel myself a bit tied up right now.
Anyways, I guess we can all see here that Kalfani is not suitable to be in the running to become an elected representative of Onolembo. If he's willing to put the life of the social chief, his opponents at risk, and frankly us, who have been friends to the city since the day we've arrived, I don't think that this is the kind of person that you want representing your fair city, especially with the new international relationships, or intermunicipal. Anyways, we thought it best for you social chiefs of Onolembo to decide what Kalfani could do to esteem himself in your eyes once again.
Tian sits back in his chair and looks at the others. I believe that I speak for my esteemed colleagues here when I say that he shall be executed into community service.
Everybody can very obviously see Chance get very excited on the word execute, and then he's very disappointed at community service.
I agree.
A noble cause.
Has not really hurt many people. Perhaps he should just be disallowed from running for office this time round. Present company excluded, my dear Tian. What do you mean, running for office? There is no office to run for. And suddenly there's like a very grey mood that hangs over the trio. Or more correctly, the duo, as Umoja is kind of like sitting there tucking into his pudding still.
This is awkward.
The politics of this is, quite frankly, a little confusing, but I just feel like it's important to know that this guy is violent and maybe something should be done about that.
Kalfani pipes up, yes. This one here, nodding his head at Chance, got me in a headlock for no other reason than happening to be nearby at the same time. Look, whether or not I have or haven't done anything is besides the point. He assaulted me with... I had not confessed at that time.
I knew what you'd done.
And you
Oh, wow.
You assaulted me without so much as buy or leave. With only a mild suspicion, and not only that, he admitted to bringing the Nightmare Island closer and closer to the city. Like, we know that it won't come any closer.
It's my island. I'm allowed to do with my property as what I wish.
And you cannot control how we feel about that.
All right. Let's not acknowledge his arguments. He's just trying to get the hot seat away from himself, and that you're the one on trial here. You're the one confessing. Hush.
Also, one of his weird beetles went into our friend and like burrowed inside of him. So that's also, he could have caused serious damage.
That's a good point.
It would not have caused any serious damage. It would just have stopped him from using his magical powers for a short time.
In and of itself, a crime. Magic is helpful.
I'm sorry, but
Excuse
the body horror...
When did you become a lawyer of an Alembo?
What's a lawyer?
Is there a bar?
Look. There's only two types of justice. There's the one going on right now, and the one where I, remove your head from your shoulders. So you should be happy that I'm allowing this one to happen.
Come on, guys. Let's keep PG now.
I am not going to sentence a man to death for possibly releasing some beetles.
Do you want us to go get them?
No.
Did anybody bring one? I guess is the next question.
Even if he did definitely do that, it is not worthy of a death sentence.
I wasn't even thinking of a death.
Yeah, community service.
He will
do you have like a jail?
He will have to rebuild the houses that were destroyed during the fire. How would starting with your mother's house sound on Caribbean?
Genius.
On Caribbean, visibly panics, and then like at the mention of his mother, and then you can see upon realizing that it isn't something that he has to actively do, it's going to be something that Kalfani has to do. Unquarable lights up. Oh, my mother's house didn't suffer extensive damage, but she's always harping on at me for fixing the roof and the guttering and the squeaky door and putting up some shelves and hoovering and mowing the lawn, even though the lawn is nothing but sand and I do not know what mowing is. Yes, that sounds like a good punishment to me. And he will, of course, be restricted from running for any possible future council seats that crop up in the next few years. Yes?
I think that sounds very fair. What do you think, Kalfani? Very fair? And I'm going to use my expertly tied ropage to nod his head for him.
Ooh, what will I get you to roll for marionetting? I kind of want to get you to roll a dex-based performance check, please.
Performance at dex-based. Can I just do acrobatics then? And call it that, or
do you have the same proficiency bonus?
I do have the same. Okay. Oh my god!
So you just knock him over.
So you grab a bit of rope and you try and grab his head, and he's doing his own thing with his head, and he ends up falling off balance as a result, and then he falls onto the floor, and another bronze tooth flies out of his mouth, and you just hear Kalfani screaming, "So had it with these fucking outsiders! I know we're not meant to use the word anymore, but these fucking gear."
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my bad, everybody. Sorry about that.
Chance is clapping.
No, not the time. Not the time. And Ollie's gonna try helping pick him up.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, don't thank me.
Community service is a lot better than whatever this madman was going to do with me.
Chance looks around. What madman?
Yeah, he's perfectly sane.
And he points to Solas.
He's a little angry and violent, but perfectly sane.
Ollie, as she's picking up Tion, helping him get, reseated on his knees with the ropes bound around him, she's going to whisper in his ear, "You fucking know it."
Unless there is anything else, we will take Kalfani into our custody and put him to work.
Yeah, that sounds good. We were promised something called chocolate pudding, which I was really excited to try.
Oh yeah, and on Umoja was getting ready to tell us the story.
How about instead?
You a story. I was going to tell Kalfani a story.
Well, why don't you tell all of us while Kalfani's here? It might make him feel better about what just happened.
I will tell Kalfani his own stories in confidence as parts of my counseling.
Look, everybody. I thought we were discussing about taking a hike, so to speak.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm always up for a little exercise. The night.
I mean, as in, let's blow this proverbial popsicle stand and head to Grove.
Oh,
hey,
yeah. Sure.
Let's go.
That might be an idea.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I don't. What else are we going to do? We have Henry and his people here. And
trade relations are good. The council is secure. Let me see. Crossdale, he's working on his crystal growing. I'm sure that's going to be really effective. He seems like the brain to put on the job.
You should at least stay for the funeral in the morning.
For who?
Yeah, whose funeral?
For the Ichthos dozen.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. For the burrito.
Oh, okay. Wait, do you guys want the plant monster to like use as a pyre? Because I think that would be pretty fitting.
That is not our way.
To each their own, I guess.
It was a nice offer.
Do you do that for like the carrion, or do you?
We build towers of silence for each of the fallen souls who have no means of making it to the afterlife. That way they do not pollute the grounds with their toxicity.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come for the funeral.
I've heard of something similar to that they did to the old members of the group I was a part of.
What group was that? At this point, Emoja is leading Kalfani away.
I probably never heard of them, you know, the Summit of the Second Sun. Weird group
Have
from
I
the
heard of
south.
this group?
Yeah, you can roll a history check there, Audra.
Okay, I absolutely will.
Yeah, this is a place, a cult that you have heard about in various writings that you read in Grove, and from Aegis, the turtle. They are a nomadic desert tribe that live in the deserts to the north and the east of Naglamond. To your knowledge, they are run by a madman obsessed with power who rules through lies. You know that they are a fairly inoffensive civilization, but one that perpetuates some rather unique myths about the pre-Calamity world and the earlier post-Calamity world.
I look at Chance with concern. Naked concern. But you're like not with them anymore, right? That's like.
Huh? No.
You're not okay. You're not associated.
I gotta say, because I've heard tell that, you know, they would just leave their dead out in the open, you know. They call it a sky burial? Something like that? I don't know.
It is kind of similar to what we have here. If a person dies an ignoble death, they cannot be buried or cremated. Instead,
You mean
their
An ignoble
corpses will be interned in an above-ground shrine, which we call a dakma. Translates to Tower of Silence.
Huh. Neat.
It is think of it as like an upright coffin with little air holes for the vultures.
What?
A bit more complex than what we used to do. I like it. And Chance is just gonna kind of turn. All right. When is it in the morning? Okay. Do we meet here? Do we meet
Dawn.
outside the city?
Meet at the gates of the city at dawn.
Perfect. See you then. And Chance is gonna leave.
yeah? I will also go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I assume most people will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So where are we like sleeping tonight? I don't know about
I
you. But I don't
thought
know if I feel.
I thought that was decided at Asuka's. I don't know.
We generally sleep there.
I don't know if you all just,
Deal
you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys clean up like the bit of like beetle splatter on the ground, it seems like a pretty hospitable place to sleep. There's always Sanders. Henry's gang
Chance ain't
are
paying.
sleeping at this building, which is like a kind of like guest outhouse. Yeah, Chance ain't paying. He has absolutely no money.
Nope, none at all.
I mean, why would we pay to sleep someplace? You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
Solas
money
has-
whatsoever.
Solas has a crap ton of money, but he
I mean, if
also
we have a
wants to
safe
clean
place
up.
to sleep,
So
it's fine.
he also kind of wants to clean up because his friend. So
Like, the wound on his leg has been purified in several different ways by now, but there's a bluish purple like bruise that has definitely come up around the bite wound.
yeah,
And he would really appreciate putting some nice hot water on that.
I mean, he can deal with it for the time. He's gonna clean up first, bath later, because in case like he accidentally gets some bug juice on himself. So
Hot. I mean, what?
Yes.
What about the rest of the party?
As soon as they get back, as soon as Chance gets back to Osca's, he goes over to the pillow pit and starts like checking to make sure there's no more bugs.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
Yeah, you see no more bugs in Osaka's.
Chance now thoroughly gone through the pillow pit. At least he now feels minorly safe there. Not fully, but minorly. He's now going to lounge there.
Real talk, has Chance actually ever felt fully comfortable or safe in his life?
No.
Yeah.
So, on like the comparative scale, he feels pretty okay.
Yeah. I mean, he feels like he's not going to die within the next 2 seconds.
Okay.
And for him, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Should we have like watches, or is no one else worried about anything else happening?
I mean, we got the one bastard that wants us dead, and Henry's not going to start a fight in the middle of a city, I don't think.
Oh,
And I don't know if he would be the kind of person to do a direct attack in the middle of the night on one of the members of the who is a council. Yeah, there we go. That's the word.
I see that you have already made yourselves back at home here.
well, I do sort of owe you. So
That's okay,
Yeah, we
right?
just wanted to clean up.
Thank you. I have been meaning to clean the floor. I spent some time talking with Calvani and some time talking with Bonnie. And then I went to go and speak with Crosstail. It has been an afternoon.
And girl, did you happen to retrieve my rope?
Oh, yes, here.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much.
No! We were so close! Getting rid of that thing.
This is big talk for someone who could easily steal and or incinerate it.
Yeah, but then he has to deal with Ollie.
Oh no, it's the consequences of your actions.
Oh no, what is this? The consequences of my own action?
It is quite nice to come back to clean home after a long, hard afternoon. This
Ever
is
thought about
honestly
getting
one of
yourself
my
a house
favourite
husband?
voices. I thought about that, but he seems to be in love with another man.
Ever thought about killing the other guy? Console him, over it and everything, I can always make
Sure,
this
that's
happen
something that
before
should
we
be
leave.
encouraged.
What a funny joke that you are telling.
Yeah.
Because of
It is
course the
so
things that
funny.
were said about you in the court today were not true.
Oh no, they were completely and utterly true.
Osaka literally puts like her head in her hands, and for a second, like she goes really deadpan, and she's just like, "You really need to recognize a hint when you see it, buddy boy." And then like the head comes up, the hands go down, and she's back to her hooty self.
So so I know there's like a pillow pile, and like, how big is that? Give me like a sense of the space.
The pillow pile is a good like 15-foot radius.
Oh, so it's big enough for like all of us.
It's really big, yeah. And then there are some like other assorted like sofa/bed arrangement areas in this open room, and then there is a hot tub as well.
And is it like sleepy time? Is it like late?
It would be like 7 p.m. now,
Okay.
if I'm keeping track of time accurately. It is the evening. Yeah. So with the amount of time that would have passed at Tian's, yeah, it would be approaching evening. Sun would be setting or have just set. Red sky at night. They say that is a good sign.
They do.
But
I'm
who?
sure everything's.
But who? For who is it a good sign?
Well, maybe it's a good sign for everybody, you know? Kalfani is going to do some community service. He's going to learn some new skills, maybe make some new connections, but also never be placed in a point of power. And maybe that's going to be really good for him to have that stress, have that ambition taken off of him. You're doing great. You're going to meet the coolest guy, and it's going to be excellent. But not Arazid. He's already taken. And then the rest, everybody, Umoja, he's going to pass away gently in his sleep after a bowl of chocolate pudding one of these nights. And then Uncarable can take over his position for him. Tian, he's going to, you know, come to terms with his disability. He's going to either find a way to work around it, or he's going to find a way to work around it as not the war chief. And he's going to move on with that. Everybody in Onalembo is going to grow from their new friendship with Naglamund. And we're going to take away the terrifying island in the sky, and we're going to save the fucking world. So I think it's a red sky kind of night that just goes for everybody. Except for our enemies, who will be defeated. But likely not on the morrow.
I remember hearing a very old rhyme about the sky. Red sky at night, Saviour's delight. Red sky in the morn, Saviour's scorn. I admit it is a bit silly. Who is out there that would come and be a saviour?
Girl, you're saving everybody out of their own social awfulness.
You are kind, but I feel that every time I try and help people, it just gets worse.
That's the thing about people. Sometimes it does.
I think that I would like to have a walk on my own before bedtime.
Okay, but you be safe out there.
Who would attack me? Who living, anyway?
I don't know, but I worry about it, so you just be safe.
I think I am just going to go back to the kitchens and maybe get myself some milk. You all have a good sleep.
You too, you beautiful big bird.
Osaka kind of like smiles at you a bit uncertainly. You as well, you medium-sized shifting person.
That was perfect.
Good night, all.
Good night.
And Asuka begins to go for her little toddle. Is there anything else that the party would like to do before settling down for a long rest?
Well, Solas would like to finish his bath.
He has to redraw the water now because, well, the water was left in the tub, but it's got like gross green, like blue bug blood.
Yeah.
In it, and like a little bit of like red blood, which I think is from Solas.
Probably.
Ollie?
And you know, there's like a ring around the edge of the bath of like the dirt that he's accumulated throughout his time away from hygiene. Eventually, he's able to get another bath going. He even finds a small glass vial that smells of lavender, and he begins to tip it in, and the water on the surface begins to bubble and foam. And to one person in particular, one person who is normally obsessed with only science, this smells familiar and sad. Like someone he used to know.
It was a musical reference here, but I got nothing.
It's actually a Witcher reference.
I missed it.
So like the whole thing in like The Witcher is that like Geralt is always like running after the person that smells like lavender and gooseberries. And for like Inqua, Anna always smells like those similar kind of things to him. And he just gets like a whiff of one of those elements in the ingredients of the bubble bath, and that takes him back.
Sad.
I'm assuming no other issues to deal with this evening?
Oh no, there's always other issues. Ollie's gonna slip into the Ollie's gonna slip into the bath with Solas and just say, "Hey, I was just thinking, what do you think Virgil and Vola are up to right now? Isn't it kind of weird that they didn't come on this trip? What could they be doing?"
That's a good point. Though to be fair, Henry's not a dumbass. Probably left them back in Neglemund so they could hold down the fort, so to speak.
Yeah, but don't you feel like, and I mean like Vola, but don't you feel like Virgil is kind of like at the heart of all of this? I mean, he's the only guy who was alive at the time when Andoria fell. Besides maybe Ermdane. Hard to know how old Ermdane is.
She's moderately old, but not that old.
Oh yeah.
Well, it certainly is something important. However, I doubt we're going to find any specifics out for a long time, at least more than we have.
So, when we get on that big old boat in the morning, and by that big old boat I mean the floating island, you think we're just... What do you think? You're gonna go to Grove, or should we go to that crater by Naban?
I feel like our most immediate destination will be Grove. Lots of things there that need our attention. Not to mention, we did send a quote-unquote messenger thing, cat, down that way.
Defenseless cat.
Not necessarily
I mean,
defenseless.
honestly, if we're going there tomorrow, we'll probably beat the cat there.
Well, I mean, the island is slow, so...
Yeah, the island's super slow. It's gonna be a race.
I mean, seriously, so slow I started approaching for several hours. Either way.
Chance is gonna pipe. Don't make fun of my island.
No comment.
It's so slow.
Well, then why don't you make it faster there, wise guy?
Well, I can't. Because it's big. Use the magic circles. We have magic circles.
Oh,
You were one of the people who
teleportation circles?
worked up on there. Why can't you make it go faster?
I don't know. Because you just can't make things go faster.
You can't, in all of magic, you can't make big thing go fast.
Well, not without
What's the point of it then?
not without extensive research and development. It doesn't. You don't just make stuff go faster whenever you want. It takes years of development and research and love and care and stuff you wouldn't understand.
You know what? Maybe you're right.
Maybe later I'll figure it out, but I don't know.
You just see Chance kind of like roll in the pillow pit as he kind of turns his back.
There may even be like a passive aggressive pillow that happens to find its way airborne and happens to be landing on or around Solas's face. Or Inqua's face.
No, because that gets a pillow wet. Solas is in the bath, and
Right.
that doesn't sound good. As well as at the end of the day, Chance doesn't fully know what Inqua can do, so he's not going to piss him off.
Ha. It's always nice to see his limits.
Who's in the water supply? I'll never know the difference.
Man does magic with liquids and makes them do funny things. That scares Chance at a primordial level.
More at 11.
Yeah, I think Audra's also gonna like curl up, find a spot to curl up on the like big cushion area. I'm gonna give Chance like a bubble, but I honestly like being hidden in his periphery because I know he's extremely observant, and I'm a little sweating these beetles. I did not like that. Because I'm about to go into a trance, and I'm gonna try to cast scrying on Artemis since we're about to go to the Grove.
Ooh.
Chance is also asleep with one eye open kind of person.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I want to sleep crack.
Okay.
Years of traveling on his own.
So that's my 5th level spell slot gone.
Are you trying to divine anything in particular about Artemis?
Well, it just says that I basically hear and see them. So essentially,
Whatever
like,
it is she's doing.
an
at that
arcane
moment.
eye, yeah, like an invisible arcane eye would like show up, and yeah, for 10 minutes I would see whatever they're doing in that given moment. Yeah.
I see. So how promiscuous is Audra? How tolerant to promiscuity is she, I should say?
She's
OMG.
extremely tolerant of that stuff, but doesn't have a lot of necessarily experience because she has lived an extremely sheltered life.
It's like she casts scrying and
Mhm.
she is immediately faced with a feast of flesh before her eyes. There seems to be like a pile of like 10 to 20 people. It's really hard to tell. that are just like writhing around, and Artemis, naked on a throne, sits staring down at all of them as several people ministrate to her specifically as well.
Is Solas around?
No, you do not see her brother.
Okay, and this is happening in the throne room, which I would probably be familiar with?
It's not in the throne room itself, but it still has very familiar architecture. So you think it might be elsewhere in the same palace.
So, like, maybe, like, her private receiving chamber?
Yeah. Yeah, there certainly seems to be some receiving going on.
Oh my.
That was so good. You guys see Audra go into a trance and then immediately snap out of it.
And then, like,
oh,
would she be really blushing, like, hard?
Yeah, I mean, she's, like, no stranger to, like, I think if it was one-on-one, she wouldn't have been too bothered, but it's, like, 10 people in a pile. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that about her.
So, you just aged about 5 years. At least in maturity.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I assume that...
I mean, I've heard people think about it, but...
I assume that at this point, Ollie would probably be the one to, like, swoop in and firstly ask for all of the details, and secondly, to help reassure Audra.
Hey, why would Ollie know what she just saw?
Well, Ollie knows the tells. Ollie is quite attuned to the tells of someone who has just seen something spicy. And I feel like that would encourage Ollie to engage in more of the conversation. I mean, you know, she's someone who likes the spice of life.
Ollie does like the spice of life, but, like, does Audra, like, calling for help? Like, because Ollie's...
looking deeply and muttering to herself about how she didn't know a human body could move in that way.
She's like... She seems to be, like, trying to, like, mentally work out how some things can slot together. I just feel like this is definitely Ollie's territory, is all I'm saying.
I know, but I don't feel like Ollie has, like, the full context of Audra's ability to scry. And so, like, Ollie might just think that Audra has, like, a massive crush on Chance. Like, you know?
Which I still feel would be a thing that Ollie would be interested in.
Definitely. Definitely. But am I gonna inquire about it in front of Chance? No. I'm going to down the road.
At this point, Chance appears to be sleeping.
Well, that doesn't mean much.
Yeah, that can't be trusted. Like, Ollie didn't come up with this Chance, Solas, Joseph love plot by just asking Solas questions about his feelings for Chance every second she got. No, she watched like a hawk at every single interaction, one taking whatever little iota of love that she could, like, pan out of the stream of their indifference. And yeah. And Ollie now fully intends to do the same with Audra, but a little bit easier because Audra is young and will likely be okay falling back with Ollie to chat on the long road. And by that I mean the long, painfully slow flight to Grove. So it's not something that Ollie's going to jump on right now, but a mental note has been made. But Ollie has also misread what is going on, and I think just given the proximity to Chance is going to be like, yeah, Chance is pretty smooth with the sword, isn't he?
Note, Audra is going to wild shape into a cat and curl up to sleep.
Very cute.
Is it kind of one of those, like, cat being angry and, you know, not really wanting to socialize with other people, and is like the hairs are kind of standing on end?
It's one of those, like, cats don't blush, so I'm just gonna turn into a cat. And it's also kind of like she does like being a cat. It's one of her favorite forms. She likes being cat. She likes being bird. She likes wild shaping in general. So it's just kind of like after everything that's happened tonight, kind of a comfort point for her.
So Audra is a furry.
How dare you?
Sorry. Okay, little kitty cat. Oh, I don't know why, but I'm picturing her as a ginger cat.
Yeah, I think she would be she would be whatever color she wants. Yeah, she can be ginger today.
Why don't we
There's
pink?
one brain cell. Like orange cats have like one brain cell, so I feel like that would just be quite appealing. To
But like one of like the striped ones.
Ooh. I nearly bought a really cute thing from Etsy that had that same kind of vibe until I realised it was in America, so it would be like even more money in just posting than the thing cost. Which I feel is just very appropriate. I think
friendly
that's why
cat vibes.
I
I'm not
thought-
angry, but
Okay. I think that's like I pictured Audra as that, and I think that's why I felt that she was ginger to begin with. But yeah, I feel you. Yes, cat form, bathing, orgies. Anything else people would like to do before bed?
I would like to have a little chat, but IRL, I'm munching on my digestives.
I'm amazed that you didn't munch on them all yesterday.
I ate my chocolate yesterday.
Ooh, actually. Arazid. Remember that, the ring? Do you have the ring
Yeah.
still?
Yeah, I do actually. I was going to ask you for a new spell, please.
I have a perfect spell for that. This is where the fun begins. I'm gonna cast it.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Okay, so you need to make a DC, I believe it's 13 con save to be able to absorb this. To absorb the spell. Yeah, 13. Okay.
No sweat, Ralph. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know why I did that, Grandpa. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Solas has already gotten to him.
You keep this up for much longer, and I'm literally going to homebrew a disease that can't be cured by cure disease that causes people to be infected with a humanoid computer virus that makes them talk like the before times. You have been warned, mate.
I've been warned, indeed.
You've been fucking warned.
I'm going to take a screenshot of
Make
Scry.
sure to use it. It's very powerful. And don't get hit with it. Activated. Just try not to. Anyway,
Yes.
long rest. Also, I changed an infusion. One of them is the whatever gloves of reflection. I have a new infusion called the gloves of thieving.
I wonder
Which
who that's
pretty
going
much
to go
just-
to.
Well, it's not a attunement thing, so we can always pass it around.
Do anything? What?
To everyone but Ollie.
Well, I could also use it because it gives lockpicking.
Ooh.
So I'm looking at plus 15 to lockpicking.
Oh.
What?
Plus Class of Genius is at plus 20. Yeah, plus
No luck
20.
stands a chance.
What?
Yeah.
He's known as the Lockmaster.
That's so cool. Okay, okay.
So for now, I'll give it to Ollie. And We can always pass it around because it's not attunement for some reason.
Oh shoot. Who's Chance given rubies to so far?
I've gotten a ruby.
Okay, so it was Inqua. So the other 2 rubies. Okay, whenever we get up for the morning, Chance has things to pass out.
Okay.
So long rest goes off without a hitch then?
Forget. I will also cast Goodberry before I go to sleep because they're good for 24 hours.
Long rest goes off without a hitch. You'll gain the benefits of a long rest. Asuka is not back when you wake up in the morning.
Oh, what the fuck?
Uh-oh.
The sun is just beginning to peek over the horizon.
Oh god, the funeral's at dawn. We should have got up earlier.
Okay, it's fine. We'll just run.
Chance just gets up and like, I mean, do we really need to? We could always just not. I know we said that we would. Oh, by the way, Chance is just gonna just stretch from like the pillow, look at a random cat that wasn't there before. Huh.
They turn back to a human after 4 hours, so it's a person
Oh, it's
now.
only 4.
Yeah, I can only do.
Never
we're
mind.
half my druid level.
Okay, now all I can think about is Audra turning back to human like halfway through the night, accidentally.
Yeah, like
kicking
halfway
Chance
through
in
the night,
teeth.
and probably is way closer to other people than she originally intended to be.
Yeah.
Just like, I just imagine she's actually accidentally kicks Chance in the teeth or something.
I mean, honestly, it'd probably be like accidental cuddles, which is probably way more offensive to Chance.
Probably, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. But Ollie, and I wanted to say that Ollie, when it's bedtime and everybody's hunkering down, that Ollie's just everyone will just hear the light scratching of pen to paper as Ollie huddles in a pillowy corner.
Oh, that is Chance's favorite sounds.
You find it so soothing, Yes.
That is one of Chance's small comforts in this world is writing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Ollie too.
So as Chance gets up and around, he will give a ruby to both Ollie and Arazid.
OMG.
Worth
What?
50 gold pieces.
Why? Who are you?
That's part of our payment for the burrito.
Come here. I'm gonna give you a hug.
No.
It's too late, man. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get. How tall is Arazid again?
Ares is like 3'4".
3'4". So you'd come up to like Chance's stomach, I think, roughly, and like as you do, he's going to start trying to fly away.
Okay, wait. Is this on a lembo, G's?
50 gold pieces is all I was told. Would it be on a lembo, or how does that work, Ren?
Where did you gain it from? Just remind me.
These are from the bank.
Oh,
The
it would
rubies from the bank.
It would be OGP then.
Oh, okay. So is it 250 golds and Jarrus? I'm sorry, I've been tracking with Jarrus currency.
Yeah, so one on the Lembaze gold piece is worth 7. Like Southern Delore gold pieces.
So 350. Wow, 350 Jarrus GP? My God.
You're telling me these diamonds are worth 3,500?
Depends on the economy, buddy. Seems happy this morning.
Well, Chance already has a lot of money. I don't think it really registered to him yet. It's registered to me, the player.
Haha, I'm with you.
Oh my gosh, I'm feeling rich. Thanks, buddy. Wow.
What? It's simply payment. We got the people back. Everybody who helped in doing so gets a payment. So that means everybody but Solas.
I love seeing this character growth, says Ollie as her hands twitch for a pen out of her fanny pack. But he's watching. So generous.
All right, we have a funeral to get to.
Yes. Yeah.
I've never actually been to a funeral before. Is there anything I should not do, or like should
Don't
do?
laugh.
Don't smile.
You can't. I can't
It's
smile?
supposed to be a very
Only
sad
cry.
thing. It's where people mourn the loss of their loved ones. So the general mood is very down.
Solemn and
It's
serious.
typically customary to wear. I mean, I don't know if it's customary here, but our people wore black.
Yeah.
I
How
think
about?
that's
I don't have anything black.
Oh well, I have a cloak, and I also have my dress.
Ooh.
But so. Oh, and I think I have Zaphod's clothes too. All right, which are mostly black and purple.
Yeah, he had a
this-
pretty killer hat.
He did have a pretty killer hat. Oh, he was worth killing for that hat. But how about as we're nearing the funeral, we'll get a chance to look with his eagle eye vision and kind of get a scope on the attire of everybody there.
Yeah, Chance can. He doesn't care. He's wearing what he wears, and he can go check to see what people.
I mean, Chance had a major glow up recently, so he should.
He will get a general vibe of what people are wearing, and see who's all there.
They seem to be dressed in standard clothing. Chance cannot see any particular dress sense that goes along with it. No one is predominantly wearing one particular colour. Several people are wearing the same clothes that you've seen them wear before.
Okay. Chance is gonna come back. Yeah, no dress code. We're good. And stretch a bit. All right, let's go. And Chance is gonna head.
On the way, Audra practices frowning.
Eventually, everyone gathers outside of the gates of Onolembo. And with Tian, Amoja, and finally appearing as the sun has fully risen in the sky, Osaka lead the way in their traditional group of three. They seem to very specifically walk in a zigzag pattern for about 2 miles north and east, close to where the Gembe races were taking place. It takes a fair amount longer, the procession. There are 12 pallets. Each pallet is carried by 4 people on the shoulders, so there is a fair amount of burdens that the procession has to carry, and then they also walk in a very non-direct path. And so eventually the party makes their way to a seemingly purpose-built structure. Now, we commiserate to the earth and to the sky. 12 souls who died in purgatory. One by one, again in a zigzag fashion. Each of the 12 pallets is brought into this structure, and the pallets come out empty. There is some very reverential chanting coming from the crowds gathered. And finally, as Tian looks as if he is wrapping up, a small group at the back begin chanting No more labour! Bring back crystals! Lights! Heating! We want now! No more work!
Chance is going to walk towards these people. As he does, he's going to like kind of float, like walk up into the air and like kind of like wave his hands, clap them a bit, get their attention as he looks down upon them.
We want it now!
Look, if you want people to blame me, because I'm the bastard who destroyed them all! I'm the one who put the two things together and destroyed your way of life. If you want somebody to hate me. As he kind of gives a devilish smile to these people.
Please roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Uh-oh.
Just to see how big balls bad boy Chance is being right now.
He's got the hugest balls in it.
He's got several balls. It's not much, but it seems to be enough to cower these people into silence. Several of them are holding badly scrawled picket signs, and they like try and hide it behind their backs.
Chance continues as he kind of like walks along the air, as he kind of waves towards the floating island off in the distance. You see my castle? Do you not think that what I am capable of? Now, you can either try and rebuild your society, or I can ruin it further. Take your pick. As he kind of like continues on. As he kind of like watches, just gauge the reaction.
It seems to absolutely quieten the gathered protesters, because they do seem to be protesting something.
And he kind of looks towards. Now, your three glorious leaders have been able to convince me to leave and to do nothing else. You should be celebrating them, you idiots. Do you really think that they would stand a chance if I decided to draw my sword? Do you really think somebody who destroyed a demon within your crystal caves and destroyed your way of life could be taken down by measly people like you? I'll be taking my leave now. You should be thankful for what they've done. Because if not, every single one of you would be my fucking slaves. And then he's going to walk off towards the island in floating, using his boots and everything.
As you begin to walk off, Osika calls after you. Wait, please. When you leave, do not turn your back on the Dakma. If you
What's the Dakma again? Sorry?
The Dakma is the building that the corpses are being interned into. It's also known as the Tower of Silence. If you turn your back on the spirits, they come back to haunt you.
Chance laughs, like a full, like gutful laugh through the air. I already have enough demons haunting me. A few more won't do anything else. And he is going to walk away, like back fully turned and everything, trying to like act as if he does not care at all type thing, as for the most intimidation factor possible to these people.
Osika's like feathers are clearly quite wilted and saddened by this. Not that Chance would see, as he is walking on the air.
May I turn into a bird and follow?
Yes, you may do that. I assume that the other party members will be staying behind to hear the last of the songs and chants, and watch as the stone is put over the entrance to the Tower of Silence, and would see as vultures circle overhead. Oh, good lord, what's this?
That's wild shape.
Oh, I see. That's understandable. We'll go a king vulture. We saw these the other day. They're pretty lit.
Yeah, I mean, if there's something like that's close to a giant vulture that is native to this region, that's absolutely what I would turn it to.
Fair. This dude is a king vulture. Or queen, I guess. Finally, the funeral ceremony seems to finish up, and the attendees begin to walk backwards, with their fronts always facing the Tower of Silence. And they walk in a different zigzag pattern back 2 miles to the gates of Onalembo, before finally turning around and walking back into the city. What did the party do? The party that have not flown away to the island.
Can I just kind of follow the procession?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
Just like off to the side and just kind of like once they turn around, talk to the council members and just apologize for Chance.
What do you mean? He stopped a protest.
He did stop a protest, but
by being an asshole.
I know, but like,
He did it in his own
while
unique
doing it, you
video.
defiled like multiple cultural norms and like pretty much stomped on their society as a whole.
That's not how you stop a protest, buddy.
Well, it was effective. It worked, but just like, hey, I'm sorry. What?
But at what cost? At what cost did he stop the protest?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Now he's gonna get haunted
sees
by
it.
even more demons.
Yeah, probably. It's not much that I can.
Do you really think Chance is the kind of person that believes in an afterlife?
Nah.
He knows that those souls are trapped up in the in purgatory. He's been there.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Off to the island?
Yeah. Would Chance be like letting it lower so that the rest of the party can hop on?
Oh, don't we still have the...
I'm gonna say, did the Avernus disappear?
Oh, yes, of course. The Avernus is there. Would Matria still be on it? Probably not, I'm assuming.
Okay, so first off, more than likely no. However, the general reasoning is because she thought they were just going to be there and back. They obviously weren't. So she's like, fuck this, I'm out. However, I just want to make this clear. The thought of stealing the thing did cross her mind, as it would have meant Chance would have to drop the island right in front of Onalembo, which would have pissed off townspeople, which she would find fucking funny. So, anyway, yeah, no, she's not there anymore.
Okay. Would she leave a note or anything, or would she just be gone?
No.
Okay.
She...
So she has
Atria
disappeared.
was here, carved.
We're gonna talk about that another time then. Like, Matria Heart Ichthos. Just like scratched into the wood somewhere. Or more correctly, Matria Heart Power.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like she would leave absolutely zero sign of her ever being there. Just fuck with people.
Fair enough. So you all hop back onto the Avernus, finding it still fully functioning, and direct it back up to the Sanctum of Ichthos. Does that sound correct?
Before we're here, we'd make a stop here real quickly. I have some things I have to do. I can't even read that.
The Aligeni teeth.
Yeah.
Alalengi teeth, sorry.
How long would Chance have gotten there before anybody else?
Oh, good half hour.
I mean, I was right there behind you. I don't know how fast you
Yeah,
fly,
but he doesn't know that you're a giant vulture.
Oh yeah, I would have talked in your head actually.
Oh.
Like,
also,
immediately been like,
Chance would definitely spot like a vulture acting very abnormally.
I mean, he would, and as soon as they got there, if, depending, he would have then attacked it. But
no, on the way I would have been like, that was really brave, and then not saying anything else.
on the way, Chance would have shrugged, and as soon as they got there, he would have headed to the central area, and then just kind of sat, waiting for the others.
Okie dokie.
And I will de-bird basically as soon as we land.
The car of the wild. Okie dokie.
So I don't know if Audra would say anything to Chance while they wait, or...
I mean, yeah, she would tell him that was really brave, and I think if he would allow it, would give him a hug.
He would be somewhat indifferent to you saying that, and then if you tried to touch him, he would jerk away.
Oh my god. I'm
Go,
dying over
halfway,
here.
And then you jerk away, and then she kind of stops and does the thing where she puts her hands up. She's like, sorry, you seemed like you maybe needed a hug. You seem a little... I mean, it was really brave of you to take the blame and everything like that, and I mean, it was just really great.
It's best for the town.
I know.
Do what must be done. Is there enough sticks or whatever to start a campfire? Right in front of, right around this area?
Yeah.
Alright, Chance would kind of get some things together, then cast Create Bonfire to get it going.
I noticed you can do that. That is really cool, by the way.
It's simply in my blood. I've always been able to use fire.
Oh, yeah, I've always been able to do the in people's heads a little bit thing when I was young.
Just fire, though. Nothing else.
So I've seen you can do the fire bolts, and then this. Anything else? Anything else cool?
There's Torrent of Flames that I can send from my hand. The fact that my sword catches on fire.
Your sword catches on fire?
Oh yeah, I guess we really haven't fought that much since you joined up. Chance draws his sword and it kind of just ignites.
You've never gotten your sword fully out of the sheath, yeah, before. Oh my gosh. That is very cool. I'm not going to lie. I mean mine, and I kind of pull up my moonsicle and it just kind of glows a little bit, and that's it.
It kind of goes out as Chance sheathes the sword once more. It's nothing special.
I mean, it's clearly something special. That's clearly an extremely magical sword. Does it do anything else other than just catch fire?
Supposedly, it killed a major entity. However, that came from the mouth of a liar, so I cannot confirm nor deny. As well as it makes Solas's blood boil, which I think is my favorite part.
The two of you don't seem to get along super well.
You have two egos in one area.
I mean, doesn't everybody have an ego? A little bit, right? I mean, except for maybe Arazid.
Hey.
I mean,
He might
not
not stick up for himself that much, but he's all right.
I mean, I greatly appreciate everything he does. I mean, yeah, I think maybe he could stand to learn to stick up for himself a little bit more.
Chance kind of pokes, tending to the fire a bit.
I will kind of produce flame and just kind of like juggle that little flame in my hand because I can do that. That was like really weird, everything that happened in town, right? Like that's not like normal.
What do you mean?
Like someone trying to like assassinate you, is that normal?
I mean, define normal, because that's been most of my life.
How long has this chat been going on?
Yeah. Shh.
Oh, okay, you just changed the channel name. Okay. Secret chat, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Moving swiftly on. I believe at
Moving
this
on.
time the Avernus would be approaching.
Oh, good. I thought I was gonna have to turn into a vulture again to get them. I kind of...
I would say, if nothing else, Inqua is resourceful enough to get that thing up here.
Yes, he is incredibly smart. Honestly, I don't understand how half of this stuff works.
Jan just kind of continues to tend the fire.
And the Avernus will land upon the rocks of the Sanctum of Ichthos. The rest of the party will be able to disembark after maybe saying a few farewells.
What kind of a pose are Audra and Chance in as we disembark?
I mean,
Chance would be sitting on the ground, kind of like one leg up. That he's kind of like half hugging towards himself, half using to support his arm as he uses a stick to poke at the fire, kind of like staring directly at it.
and I think Audra is like within touching distance, but is not touching. Like very much like kind of trying to respect Chance's bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And like still kind of juggling the produced flame in one hand, kind of like idly.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Ollie will not quite disembark from the Avernus, but will duck kind of beneath the gunnel, and Ollie Gunnell, and he'll just, you guys, if you're very perceptive, you might hear the light scratch of pen to paper.
What's she writing?
Can Chance hear this from the distance?
He's pretty perceptive. It
This
depends
is-
what he'd want to do.
This is where Ollie's headcanon of everyone being in love with Chance starts.
Starts.
I mean, it was just two people before.
Was it though?
That we knew of.
Yeah. Anything else that you guys want to do? I assume that when everyone else is on board, Chance is going to command the Sanctum to go south east.
Yeah, he'll like as soon as the Avernus lands and he sees that, he's going to start sending it like due south. If Inqua asks to go to the area here, it would head over there.
Inqua would definitely ask.
Yeah, we'll go park up beside it.
The mountain floats just next to the very tall plateau upon which the slightly scuffed teleportation marks sit.
It comes to a stop to the point where we can put a gangplank.
Okay, yeah. That would be totally possible.
Yeah, I'll hop off. Fix up the circle. And just hocus pocus, step on magic focus.
Alrighty, just give me 2 seconds to whip everything back up.
It's like is this like a teleportation circle? That he's
Oh,
fixing?
you'll see.
Okay. I mean, I feel like I would probably know, but
Good old hocus pocus, step on focus.
Hocus pocus. Step on focus.
Ever.
Nice chair.
Not work. Back to mystery lab.
And you are all transported back into this quite thick iron smelling realm.
As soon as we get here, Chance is drawing his sword, looks to Inqua. Whatever you need to do it fast. And he starts looking for that thing in like the outskirts. Making sure it's not coming towards him that he's seen last time.
Which thing?
First thing I'll-
where
So
are
you
we
didn't.
and what are we doing?
No,
the
no, the
tentacle
big thing that
monster.
lives
There
in
was a
the
different
monster
thing.
that lives in the
Sunny's friend.
in the liquid. Yeah.
Period monster.
We are not attacking it.
Hmm.
If it attacks me first, it's getting attacked.
Oh no, I meant it as in Zaident.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, that is its pronouns as well. Bug.
Okay, yeah.
Bug.
Bug.
I got so
What
excited
should
by
I-
bug I accidentally hit back on my mouse.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Bug.
Can I see if it's
I
still
see.
there?
Bug.
No, just in this
Um,
general area.
When you approach this hole, you hear a rather mournful singing coming from inside the hole. In a
Oh.
voice you recognize.
I go down.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go down?
I think I'll go down. Oh, there. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh.
What?
I'll
Oh.
just keep going. Which way is the singing coming from?
It seems to be coming from all directions.
Ah, jeez. You know what? I'm just gonna cast invisibility on myself and wander. That seems like a good idea. Boop.
Hocus pocus. Bit off more than he can focus.
I'll do this for invisibility. I guess I'll just maybe I'll like pop my head out before I cast invisibility to say, "Hey, there's a big tunnels down here. You
Do
if you want
you
to come
wanna-
down,
Yeah, do you want us to come with you? I can come with you. I can.
if you want to."
Yeah, I can come with you. Does anyone else want to come with?
I'll come with you guys because I'm worried for you.
Chance
It'll
is
be
gonna
fine.
wait outside as soon as he sees like in a bit. Like he'll
Okay,
go
same.
like start to like go in, see that it's a giant flesh tunnel, and stop going in and wait outside.
Oh my god. We are in Mechus's uterus. This is where Solas was born.
Oh, that's such a fucked up thing to say.
You actually say that? Yeah, I will just. I'm just gonna be holding a. I'll be down there with him. I'm just be holding a produce flame for light source. And if anything aggressive comes at me, I will throw it at them.
On second thought, Arazid is also going to wait outside of the flesh tomb.
No, I'm gonna go in.
I have no self-preservation instinct, so I'm going in.
Roll20 has just decided to delete my Zaidan artwork anyway, so it might just take me a sec.
If anybody looks to Chance, you can see an emotion that not common in primal fear of this place.
Oh, he's scared.
Before I go down, I will give Chance guidance. Kind of gently tap your shoulder. Do that thing where like slow approach.
Probably doesn't.
That'll
seem
help
quite
you with the
happy
next thing that you have to do.
No. He kind of jumps as soon as you touch, even though because it seems like he's more preoccupied trying to perceive a threat outside of the group than inside.
Sorry. It's a touch spell, so.
Oh. Yeah, whatever. The Chance is going to continue trying to find this giant monster.
And you can
Make
add
sure
a
it doesn't
D4
get
to your next
bust.
skill check.
Hypothetically speaking, I can roll a 36 on my next perception check.
Wahoo! Okay, so Audra and Inqua are down there. Anyone else?
I'd like to be down there.
Okay. Do you want to join art, or do you want me to do it?
I've been trying to Google how to do it this whole time.
Okay, then
So if
I'm
you're
just gonna
basically
do
where
it
you would,
for
if
you.
you're where, I was gonna say if you're where you would grab your character sheet, like open it, you just drag as if you're dragging your character sheet out, and it'll.
Man, I tried that. Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to assume everyone's going in.
Might just be dumb.
Nah, Chance is not. He's
Okay.
Chance refuses to go into that thing.
Solas wouldn't initially, but since Chance is going, he's going in just to spite him.
Ah. The good old die out of spite.
It's like, I'm braver than you, so ha!
Chance will let him take this W for once. Because he doesn't want to hold the L of dying.
Okay.
I'm still gonna say.
Go.
Sorry. Well, you finish what you were saying, and then I'll go.
No, I was going to move on, so please do your thing.
Oh no, I'm still gonna cast invisibility on myself, and I don't know if it's agreed upon with the party, but I'll just quickly roll around for an hour.
Pass without trace on all of us.
I already already invisible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do it for all of us because I can do it for 10 creatures.
Sure.
So let's be sneaky. I see you go invisible, and I'm like, okay, let's all be sneaky. And then I will pass without trace.
I'll just start very aggressively, just running through. Not running, but
Wait a
getting
second.
as far-
So we can't tell what direction the singing voice is coming from. Can we make out anything that they're singing, or is it just like musical, like?
As you get closer, you can hear a very familiar voice beginning to sing a song of farewell. It goes like, farewell to all the earthly remains, etc.
I'm sticking real close to Audra because she has the invisibility juice.
30
sneaking.
feet of me to get the juice.
Yum.
No contracts, I'm free to do as I may.
That sounds so familiar.
It should be.
Right.
I mean, I could have gone, it's in the blood.
There it is.
I like Supergiant songs more than I like Supergiant games. But I will admit Hades was paying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arr.
Nerd.
Who you calling a nurg? You nurg.
Nerg.
Narg.
This is getting twisty.
And like the whole while that you're exploring this area, you are just like squishing on like soft, like gelatin areas. There is an awful stench of iron that permeates everything in this world.
Go this way. Hopefully it doesn't loop back around. Maybe it does. Depends on your perspective, but that's besides the point. Is this
Oh,
just...
there's like a pit.
Is this just like blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh. Where do you think that came from?
Is this thing getting any louder or quieter? Or no?
It's getting a little louder.
Okay. I'm gonna go up.
Are we inside a living being right now?
Maybe.
I'm gonna whisper to
Good
the
question, Audra. Good question.
Can I roll a nature arcana?
Yeah.
If it's an abomination? Whatever.
Yeah, to just discern what this thing is that you're in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20!
OMG!
What?
It is organic. It is possibly once a living being. It is something that was described in a library book that you once read. It is a tiny dimension of its own that was forged out of the intestines of a dead god.
Do I know which god?
That would be more of a religion check. I'm sorry to
How
say.
is here?
Like, after a nat 20 in Arcana.
Okay, that's fair. Would I know, since it's a dimension, would I know the magical properties of the dimension, if any?
There are no particular magical properties that you know of for this type of dimension. It is something that seems to have been built as a refuge. The air is certainly a lot more humid in here. So you can reason that this is a place that would be forged by people that are unable to live in like normal society, in the normal world.
Would I know anything about the people that made it? 'Cause she said it was forged from the intestines of a dead god. I imagine it would take a person of great magical power to do something like that. Would I know anything about that person or the group?
It would indeed. It was something that was done by the apparently long dead ruler Malkazid. He made a habit of contesting against gods of the world, and then using their corpses to strengthen his own army. It is rumoured that once he created a realm from which an unending supply of blood could be produced to swallow the land whole.
So anybody within 60 feet of me, I just kind of go person to person and kind of summarize that information a little bit and telepathically communicate that to you.
Is this liquid just blood from what we can tell?
Yes.
They want to swim in blood.
Well, you can jump if you're good.
Eh,
Grandpa's knees ain't what
Oh.
they used to be.
rules is written, I can't even jump that far. Yeah, it's like 20 feet at least. You can always try.
I mean, I can ferry you all over if I use my other wild shape, but I don't want to
Keep
use
it.
my other wild shape.
I guess we'll just try to jump across.
Can I use
Sure.
shape water and to create an ice bridge out of the blood?
Does that specify being able to use it on other liquids?
Let me double check. I know I can't. I'm just gonna pop the thing out here.
Yeah, I'm not. It seems to be
specifically.
water specifically. Like,
Can I use? Is there enough water in my 2-gallon bucket to create a bridge of that size, or maybe even just like a little island right between?
I would like to.
I'd have to just. do
I'd like
some
to make the
quick
debate that
conversions.
blood is 92% water.
Yeah, could I just filter the water out and bring it to
Okay, firstly, you'll need to stop watching Avatar. Secondly, the bucket of water you brought would be sufficient.
Okay. I'll just use my bucket of water.
It's also possible that Audra would be like, I don't want to like destroy, this thing that someone has created, so I'm just gonna like use my own things.
I mean,
pass
I
without
bring my own
trace.
things. I don't typically expect to to have water around anyways. So
Yeah. Yeah, she's a Katara, we get it.
yeah, so I will create an ice bridge out of water. Okay, we should all hurry up. That's only gonna last like an hour.
That's fine. Boink. Boink.
Mild and warm, safe from all harm.
Yeah, I could jump that, so I can just fly.
Is Arazid still following?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm waiting until you cross over to create the next ice bridge for myself. Great. So that ice bridge behind us disappears and turns into water and becomes another ice bridge. Etc.
Okay.
etc. Yeah,
I
it
see.
basically it becomes like a bridge between here and here, and then as soon as everybody passes, it becomes another one.
I
up
get
here.
you, I get you.
Recycle.
I often forget to move my token.
Ollie, can you please make me a dexterity saving throw in this area?
You're muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry, guys. Wow. I've definitely not been talking off and on this whole time.
Yeah. You put your foot like very slightly wrong, and you sense it almost immediately as the sticky flesh gives way to like congealing blood underneath that just touches against your shoe before you're able to jump out of the way.
Oh, God. Why do I always wear sandals?
Yeah. So just so you know, you would
Branding.
have had +4 to that as well, because you were then 10 feet of Solas. So.
Nice.
Paladins are fun. It was disappeared into the darkness.
Is there any way to discern which way the singing's coming from yet, or no?
Yes, it is coming from your south.
Okay. Is this like a cliff?
Steps. Fleshy
Okay.
steps.
Fleshy
Yum, yum,
steps.
yum, 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 yummy.
At least, evolution has a basic understanding of architecture. But are the stairs up to OSHA regulations?
I think the fact that there are stairs in the first place should be
shit.
concerning.
Regulations.
Because they aren't.
The singing gets louder and louder. It seems to reach a crescendo. And the singer sings one final good riddance as you all turn around the corner.
Oh. Oh.
Why does it look like it has eyes in them? Oh. Oh no!
Ah,
Yes, can I get a...
You want an apple pie?
This is a certified oh shit moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's Chance? Fuck. Well, I did give you a D4, so maybe you'll hear the sounds of our screams as we die.
Well, we are very quiet. We are very sneaky. I still have invisibility up.
Let me figure out how many rounds it would take for Chance to get these.
I mean, 1 million. How
Yeah.
many points do you have?
I have 40.
How does he have 40 key points?
Monk.
Oh. Not 40 key points. I only have 3 key points, so technically, let's see.
Because you can step of the wind if you have key points, so.
Yeah. So there's 120. 1.
As it cannot hear you approach, it begins to sing another song.
We're here for? Inqua, is this what we're here for?
What?
Is this what you're here for?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a deal. I had to give her a potion. Factual
Wait.
obligation.
Wait, this is a friend?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
okay.
a friend. That, I have no clue what it is.
not friend. Most likely.
Not friend. I don't know what it is.
Does not look petable.
Do I have any clue what this is?
You can roll a nature check.
I'd be
I would
going to
like
help with that.
if possible.
You can roll a nature
Okay.
check with help because they have met like things like this before.
Okay. I'm so bad at nature. I should have taken nature instead of survival. Anyways.
It's an abomination.
And
That's
yeah,
all you
that's an
can
abomination. Technically.
Why didn't I just roll it? I have like a +9.
I don't know why you didn't.
I don't know either.
tell. You don't need sleep and you don't need answers.
Yeah. All I know is it's bad. Don't wake it. Don't make it. If it moves, get out of there.
I mean, I already assumed that you would try to, that if you didn't know already, you didn't care since you're quote unquote friends with this thing.
It seems to be calmed by Zaidant's singing. It's the kind of like floating in the blood lake below, just kind of like some like fleshy outers, just kind of like happily splashing in the pool. And Zaid is kind of sitting on the edge, just running its finger like through the blood waters of the pool as they sing.
Guess I'll approach invisible. And I'll just kind of like get sit next. I just kind of whisper "Hey, it's me. I know I'm invisible. Don't worry, it's fine. I got your potion done."
There is a stumble in the singing. Hold on a moment, my love. I will be back soon. Until then, sleep well. Zaid stands up and looks in your rough direction.
Will it go hostile if I show myself or no?
My baby is not hostile.
Okay, I'll dispel the drop concentration on invisibility.
You have
Survey
grown
said-
well since we last met, Inqua.
Have I? Anyway, I have your potion as we agreed upon.
It's
Your alter self.
its red eyes light up.
Mhm.
You have it. Oh,
Yeah.
you beautiful human-ish. Well done. May I?
You go for it.
They uncork it, and immediately begin to gulp it down. The bottle drops onto the floor as the writhing congealed blood that is their flesh begins to grow this cracked, leathery appearance over the top. Zaid looks at itself in horror as their face begins to take on a stronger, fleshy appearance. I feel cold. I feel pain.
That's the human life.
Zaid falls to their knees.
Yeah, I'll just
I
sit by, just
feel bones.
yeah, we got those.
God, that must hurt. So,
It's not that bad. Very helpful.
As the change fully begins to finish upon them, it opens its mouth and there is just one final noise.
That's the final noise.
Oh, it was a scream I played through the browser.
Yeah. Does that echo where Chance can hear?
Yes.
Man fucking books it for the circle.
Okie dokie. I feel like there is going to be a great place to end it for the game.
Oh
Good
boy.
point.
Did we kill Zaidus?
Oh boy, here we go, killing again.
Farewell.
Man, if this isn't like, oh no, the consequences of our actions moment, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Audra legit has no idea what's going on.
Yep.
She's just there for the vibes.
Yeah, well, also,
Yeah.
welcome to the blood halls, by the way.
Cold.
Yeah, this may or may not have been something that I feel like I should or maybe didn't warn you about happened in my game. Yo, dog, I heard that you liked multiple genres in one game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the blood and stuff does not bother me.
Okay, good. Alright, thanks for coming, everyone.
Had a good time.
Well, did you pick
Did not
this up
expect the
again?
meatball to come back again.
Ravioli, ravioli, give me the potionoli. I'm not gonna put that
I mean,
as the
so
title.
if I'm reading this right, we're about to get murdered for a potion they specifically asked for.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Exactly,
Chance is
could be.
not coming to back you up because he's out of there.
He's like a
Aw,
vulture
Chance
coming
was
to
scared.
pick on the spoils.